Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. Hi, my name's Casey, and just waiting for it to blink over. Oop, blink, blink. Cool. There we go. I can see. Eventually someone will tell me that they can hear, and we shall continue there. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. We are working our way through Tyranny of Dragons, and at the moment, the party is diving into Rise of Tiamat properly, going to deal with some worm speaker troubles that they are encountering. And yay, cheers! There we go. 20 Side Story Story is a group of people who hang around on Discord, stream stuff on Twitch, play games, all kinds of neat stuff. Do please swing by, hang out, have fun. You can find us by coming into the Discord. We're playing games almost every day, if not every day at this point, streaming on Twitch and goofing around as well. We've got a new community campaign kicking off, which is going to get into the Temple of Elemental Evil. I think the first session of that one is this Friday, maybe? And we also have some campaigns going out of the Candlekeep Mysteries, which I know there's some scattered games. We've also got Rime of the Frost Maiden, Tyranny of Dragons,
Out of the Abyss.
Out of the Abyss. I'm trying to go with the Cthulhu. What is it? Naharkotep? No.
Nyarlathotep. I had to practice it for a week.
Yeah, that word is in there as well as some Kingmaker Pathfinder and other such stuff going on. So for that whole schedule, feel free, drop into the Discord and check out. Come play, have fun. We're also doing some stuff with Jasper's Game Day, as well as some of the conventions going on. So tons of stuff going on there. But tonight, we get to find out what the party is doing. My party of 5 adventurers have defeated the Cult of the Dragon on multiple occasions at this point. They have ruined the transport route they were using to move treasure up and down the Sword Coast. They have uncovered plans to potentially bring Tiamat back to the realms from Avernus. And they have reached an agreement with a black dragon, or a pair of black dragons, in the Mere of Dead Men, to look after a keep and skim a little off the top of any taxes and tolls that they collect for the road that is being repaired between Waterdeep and Neverwinter. The party has found out that 2 potential worm speakers, Furlam Mundath, who wishes to be the black dragon worm speaker, and Talus, who wishes to be the white dragon worm speaker, are pursuing the current white dragon worm speaker, Varum, a dwarf who is headed into the area of the Serpent Hills. They got this information from the Black Dragon in exchange for the Black Dragon mask and an agreement to look over the keep and maintain friendly-ish relations with the powers that be in the swamp. Now, the party does have some reason to get a hurry on. They've got a family member who might be at risk due to the cult's research. They've got some of their friends scattered about amongst the Harpers and the nobility of Waterdeep, and other such folks, including the tribes to the far south and down near Am and Greenest. Currently, they are up here in the Mere of Dead Men, so up and around this area. That's not how to do this. There we go. So up around this area here, near the Mere of Dead Men, they would need to travel way down here, and then up into the Serpent Hills after Rumors of Varum. That's a journey of about 1,000 miles. Moving at a good clip of about 30 miles per day. They could take that on in about a month. The denizens of the swamp are willing to provide them with giant lizard mounts, and the acid wash kobolds are willing to accompany them to act as drivers. Though they do warn you once you head into the Serpent Hills, that's a little bit dry and dusty for these swamp lizards, so you may wish to make arrangements for other mounts if you choose. Or you could stop off in Waterdeep and pick up different types of mounts. I did give the party some information and options about what they can do with their newly acquired castle, but we really won't need that decision immediately unless they plan on taking some downtime, which I sort of doubt. What would the party like to do? Now, what do I need to know about? There was some treasure to deal out. I think you guys claimed your treasure. Uh, and then I think it's on the road, unless you had something else you wanted to do. Playing the Jeopardy music, giving him a few more seconds. All right, I think.
Dun dun.
Anrin's done making any decisions at this point.
Aw.
I financially can't. So that'll have to wait.
It's all right.
I
So
believe we are watching for Rob for cues now because we are pursuing his objective.
Yes.
Yeah. I am a little sort of lost as to what to do next with that. We were trying to get word to my daughter. We needed to stop these guys who threatened her, which was Frulum.
which was
So my feeling is, and this is very simplistic and a little violent, but we take out Frulum, we end at least the front-facing or most known threat to my daughter. And since I don't know exactly where she is, I can't really get to her to protect her anyway. We could, I guess, find a way to find her is another option, but she was really far south.
correct. So your daughter, as of last you knew, was down in or at least down
Right.
near the border. So you would be traveling in the right direction. You're at least heading south, if any sign were given. You did leave word with the Harpers that if she pops up, they should report back. But I don't believe you engaged the services of the Zentarum to put out an actual, bounty / manhunt on her.
I
So
did not
okay.
go that far.
So right now it's if she shows up and bumps into a Harper, they'll let you know. But if she's keeping her head down like she's supposed to, hopefully, that won't happen.
So I think the most actionable thing that I can do with a little help from my friends is hit Frulum.
Sounds good. So that'll take you down.
I'm open to other ideas from other folk if you think we're going in the wrong direction with that line of thinking, but that's just where my head's at.
I mean, that's why I think we came to we figured if anything, it might be here in the first. They might be here in the first place. So I say we
Right.
see that out.
All right. Everybody else is on board with that?
I'm with you.
All
I'm
righty.
with you too then.
Sounds good. So you start making your way back south from the Mirror Dead Men, taking the Tradeway. You pass on the outskirts of Waterdeep. Are you heading in to check in or carrying on through?
Well, how time of essence are we here? And is it worth the stop? Is there anything we need? Anybody got a shop? Anybody got a need?
I do not.
I think I'm fine.
I do not.
Right. keeping on trucking. You'll make your way along the tradeway. You'll pass some familiar sights. You were up this way not long ago on your caravan, making your way through Dragon Spear. Way further down, a little bit north of Subar, you reach town with the bridge in the name that I've just forgotten. Because I'm a bad DM. I forget things
Chernobyl?
really
No.
fast. Nope. It's a B word, and the B word is. I'm not supposed to say the B word. Borskier. So Borskier Bridge on the Tradeway provides a bridge across the winding water and is a big old landmark. It's constructed of black granite, and those of you who know your history know that Cyric and Baal fought there, and Baal was killed there. So don't drink the water from the west side of the bridge. It's poisonous, and it'll kill you. Beyond that, there's a bit of a tent city, rough and tumble sort of place, and the best place to stay in there and to get a little information is Bolo's Tent Side Inn.
Really? Polo's Tent Side Inn.
Bolo's Tent Side Inn.
I like that name.
Yeah. As you roll on up to Bolo's Tent Side Inn, you can see that it's a fairly rough and tumble establishment in a fairly rough and tumble tent city. It's set up on a large pavilion. It's towards the center, and the tents that are set up for rent are of fairly good manufacture. They look like they're really well secured down. Nobody's sneaking in under the flaps, anything like that. And the halfling proprietress of the place looks up to greet you. Now, a couple of quick questions for the party. Are you still styling on your giant lizard mounts with your kobold drivers, or have you swapped out for something a little more societally acceptable? What kind of look are we rolling up with?
We didn't stop in Waterdeep.
You didn't stop in Waterdeep, but there's lots of places along the way that you could have traded out, or just hopped off the lizards, and walked up. But
well,
what kind of
like a
impression are you
riding-
trying to make?
I'm certainly not riding the lizard into the tent
no, me neither.
unless we're riding on Yaz. Which,
I don't want the kobolds and lizard folk to have to leave the Mirror of Dead Men anyway. Like,
So it would just be the giant lizards as mounts if you wish them.
okay,
And then the kobolds to act as drivers for you and tenders, because you have established that the lizards would prefer to eat you due to certain aspects than be trained by you. So
right.
you must smell delicious or something.
I would
I
well
feel like we'd part company on those terms. I don't know about anybody else.
yeah, it would not occur to Show to do it for perspective, but if the lizards were constantly trying to eat Yaz, then I might suggest we get other mounts.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yaz is more comfortable with wyverns than the lizards.
Nice.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Anrin's not comfortable with either, so
Sure.
preferably horses,
They're
if
like
anything.
camels. They just spit a little bit.
Sure. Horses are
Stew.
available in any major city, so if you wish to purchase yourself some horses, you certainly may, or you can rent a coach. If you want to rent a coach, it'll be a little bit of a. Is it 1,000 miles at 3 copper a mile is 3,000 copper times 5 people is 15,000 copper is 150 gold. Maybe math is hard. But drop in the bucket to your current financial reserves if you so choose.
Oh, no. I mean, look at us. Riding in a coach? Would we ride in a coach?
Well, we are riding with nobility, you know.
Yeah.
That is true.
No,
For that reason alone, I would be more than happy to ride in a coach to vaunt Yaz's new status.
Yep.
You know, as tempting as it is, I am a nobility of lizards and short on cash. So no coach if that's okay. Counting out the monies and maybe I'm fine with no coach. I've gotten this far with no coach. Do you guys want the coach?
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
I had to double check there for a second.
I do like that there's at least 4 or 5 scratched out shorthand names for you on your nobility certificate from DeGault, as he was like, Yaz, Lord of Dead Men. Nope, that's just not gonna work. Yaz.
I like that.
So,
Lord of the Mere.
Lord of the Mere.
Lord of the Mere.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Well,
so rolling up in a disposable vehicle, I think, is what we're settling in on. So we'll sort out some
Mm.
coinage to have changed hands at some point.
Unless we want to buy horses, which we certainly have the resources to do.
Sure.
That's true.
Do
I
we
wouldn't
feel? I
mind
mean,
buying a horse.
it does seem as though we are going to be doing a fair amount of traveling across country. It might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Best idea would be for us to name our horses, because named animals in Dungeons and Dragons games always survive.
They do.
They
That's
do.
true at all.
My flying cat has survived so far in Ed's game.
Oh,
Coca's,
yeah.
Coca's doing a
Coca's
great
still in
job
it.
so
Yeah.
far.
Coca's
Coca's-
still in it, yeah. She's a
Alright.
goddess now.
Coca
She
is
is a goddess.
Coca is a goddess, but so riding horses, 75 gold.
Can we get really? Is there a quality difference in your riding horses?
Um, uh, really?
Okay. Then can we at least put some sort of barding and caparison on Yaz's horse? The rest of us can be retainers. But Anrin is going to do this for no other reason than because she wants to do this. She's going to dress up
Sure.
Yaz's horse.
Absolutely.
So
Yes, accepts this.
I think that I probably need a war horse just by virtue of being enormous.
Sure.
yes.
Absolutely.
Also, it just looked badass.
You got it. War horses will bump you up to 400 gold for the war horse. But they definitely do so.
A Frisian.
All right, so you roll up on more frequently seen steeds, and Bolo, little halfling. Welcome to the bridge. Can I get you a place to stay? Have a lovely set of tents just right over there, south facing.
Ooh, south facing. That's really nice. That's like where you get the most heat comes in. It's right in the right place on the tent. I mean, that is nice.
Sounds lovely. I have not slept in a tent for some time.
I can see that you're a connoisseur of tents. Waterproofing, recently reshingled. And you look over it and it's got little layers on it.
Oh, okay.
I actually would like to go walk over and look at the tent a little bit more intently.
Sure.
Oh,
Nice. So basically the only real construction is the pavilion, so that's raised up off the ground, so it keeps it off the dust and such. And the tents are posted down and set. They're secured all the way along all the sides, so there's no sneaking in, sneaking out underneath. But other than that, canvas, waterproofing, tarpaulin over the top, cot inside, lifted up off the ground. Looks like sturdy stuff, if very, very lightweight and easily collapsed.
Makes them perfect.
Mhm.
I approve.
Polo gives you the thumb up.
Is there meals that come with this here accommodation?
Oh, meals, of course.
Hmm.
What package can I set you up with? And she starts making would you like breakfast, lunch, and dinner? How long are you going to be staying? or are you just going for the overnight special, continental breakfast? You know, us being on the continent and it being breakfast.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I like the logic that was applied to that. I'm thinking just dinner and then quick breakfast. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, that
I
sounds.
don't believe
I'll
we're
watch you guys.
staying
Yeah,
more
I
than
don't
a
mind
night.
watching you guys eat. If you guys are hungry.
Oh man, Chiquito, I'm sorry I didn't.
No,
you
it's fine. No, actually, I'm
know,
okay. It's okay. Aaron always tells me what it tastes like, so it's fun.
okay, all right. Well, we can make a game out of it. That's cool.
I can turn into a horse and eat it, I guess, but
Yeah. Then you got to follow up with it later.
I will ask the horses and ask if there's any particular meal that they love, and I'll tell you. You can try it.
all right.
I'm going to lead my horse away while the conversation is happening. I want it to be a surprise.
Alfalfa soup, I guess, for the horses.
Alfalfa. Nice.
Alphabet soup. But for you all, we're running a special, special egg meal. We've got egg drop soup in the evening and scrambled eggs in the morning. As much bread as you can stuff down your throats.
That seems like a challenge.
Yeah,
Good
it
luck.
does seem like a challenge.
Joe, do you want to be riding with a belly full of bread?
I'm sure I can work it off.
That is
And
true.
as you make your negotiations, Bolo gets you set up, and everything's like pretty salty, and you're kind of like, all right, you're kind of chewing on the bread, and like all the water goes out of your mouth, and you're like, oh, I can see where this would be, a trick to eat more than a lot of this. It's like a really, moisture absorbing soda bread with a lot of extra kind of salt in it, and just ready to suck the juices right out of you. But it fills you up, and the soup helps, and the eggs are good in the morning. So what y'all doing here? Don't mind me being nosy, just for deals.
Just traveling through, really.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you all.
Thank you. Traveling is best with luck.
Been pretty quiet for you around here, these parts?
Oh, it's never quiet around here. We've got the bridge. Always folks coming and going.
I guess that's fair.
Everybody's got to kind of funnel down. They might spread out a bit on the roads, but want to get across the winding waters.
Yeah, I see your point. So you must
Good
see everybody that
location,
comes by, huh?
Oh, most folks. I keep my eyes open.
That's interesting. I am not gonna ask anything overt.
Sure.
I came so close to it. I was like, don't think I should.
Okay.
What do you do for fun around here?
What do I? Oh, I actually enjoy fishing off the east side.
Why would you want to only fish off the east side?
West side's poisonous.
It's poisoned, yeah.
Ball?
Oh,
Oh, you don't know that? And she just like she sees the opportunity and she dives right into it. She gives you the whole story. Ball and Cyric up on the bridge, the fight, the death, the falling over the west side, the body poisoning the water. All kinds.
Oh.
And
odds.
the little hat comes off and shake it.
Yaz acts amazed and puts in, like, I don't know, 5 copper pieces.
Oh, thank you.
I will also put 5 copper in for a fellow entertainer.
Watching everybody, and I'll do the same, although I'm not sure what that 5 coppers truly means, but there you go.
I'll toss a silver in there.
Wow,
Ooh,
you're
big
a
spender.
high rolling
Right,
crowd. I
not.
appreciate that. I'll make sure get a little bit extra. Can I get you some honey for your bread?
I would love
Sure.
some honey.
And what do you have to drink?
Oh, all sorts of things. We got some good wines that just came up from the south. Some good beers came down from the north. What do you fancy?
Something to take away the salt from all the bread.
I'm gonna say you're gonna want some Applejack. And she gets you set up with some Applejack. Uh, basically a hard cider kind of.
That would be great.
Mm,
Thank you.
cider. Nice.
I
And
want
it's
some water
of course. And she brings you
from
over
the
some
west side
east
or
side.
the east side.
East side.
Okay, thank you.
Give me the poison stuff.
No, all we put all the wells on the east side. Everything down that way is closed down. Um, but yeah, here and she hot, cold.
Cold, please.
She sets you up with some uh fairly cold water.
And I'm gonna drink it and
It's
hope that I don't die of poison.
all good. Well, if there's anything else y'all need, just let me know. And she bundles off on her way. Now, you know that you're looking for um, the pool of Daedarius, as referenced by the Black Dragon, and you know it's off towards the Serpent Hills. That's still a little bit of a wide swath to inspect, but you have a basic direction. Anything more that you'd like to try and accomplish, or are you just gonna head out there and do some survival scouting tracking?
I want to ask Rob, why
Yeah.
didn't you ask about your daughter?
What about
Well,
Fulham?
I decided not to ask about Frulum because he hasn't exactly been subtle. I couldn't. I didn't want to actually have like a tag back to us. I couldn't figure out a way to subtly ask about him, and I didn't ask about my daughter because honestly, it didn't occur to me because her being this far north seems extremely unlikely.
It's
I-
not that far.
It's very far from Mom.
It's about a month on the road from Mom.
Yeah.
2 months.
I was going to ask if any people in purple robes have passed, but
Yeah.
I hesitated.
I just didn't want to have our faces clocked as looking for him. I don't know.
Well, I
Yes.
can understand that.
But also, we don't have any clues of exactly where to go either. So,
We're not. Go ahead.
It occurs to me that Yaz could have the capability of another face asking if we were to leave for a bit tomorrow and send Yaz back.
This is true. He waves his hand over his face and then just turns into, I don't know, someone he's seen, like just some
Well,
random
now
human.
she's going to know you can do that trick. It's a little less exciting.
I could be anything.
you'll
Yeah,
never
but you
know.
kept doing that. You keep on doing it. Right, there, it's right over there. You
Where?
might be
I thought we
looking-
walked away.
Yeah, Bolo's off doing her
Oh,
thing.
okay. Because I was gonna say if we're right in front of them, I wouldn't have done it. But I thought we walked away. And back to you.
Well, yeah. If you think we missed an opportunity, then maybe that's the best way to go about it.
Or we could simply ask about the well that we are going to.
Yeah. Might be worth getting a little bit of knowledge on that. I got 5 more copper to get if it's going to be told well.
What is it worth just asking what sites are there to see in the hills? Maybe they volunteer the locations without us asking about a specific one.
That's not a bad idea. And then if we don't get anywhere, we can go. We heard there's this well. Yeah. All right. Let's do that.
Sure. So as you start putting together your questions, could I get let's call it an investigation check from whoever's taking lead on the questioning?
Is okay.
I'm guessing that.
There you go.
15's pretty good. So you start asking around, and Bolo, she's pretty chatty about it, and she's like, "Oh, up north of here, you're gonna bump into those scaly folk from Naraha. They're always creeping about here, causing trouble. Can't really think of anything that you'd want to see. It's just bits of desert, a couple of plateaus, dry land, and then you got the high moor. It just kind of gives you a rough idea what's out there. Can't really think of much that'd be going down. And I mean, them scaly folk are always causing trouble. Just a couple of weeks back, um, there was a dwarf that they came up to, looked him right in the eyes, must have saw through the disguise, and pff, dagger right in the eye.
Oh,
Yeah. Dropped that scaly folk. I mean, we were thinking murder. And then as we got to looking at them, sure enough, they had the weird eyes.
weird eyes.
Weird eyes.
I
Oh,
don't know what any of that means.
oh, the what are they called about? The Yuan Ti, the serpent folk. The the they got a couple of folks that'll pass for human, and
Sure, sure.
but there's always a little tell. So you know, it's kind of a local joke. That if somebody pretty asks you to bed, make sure you see them all sorts of naked first, because you want to make sure they're not hiding any scales.
Where
That's
did they hide them?
darn good advice, honestly.
So you got to watch for eyes,
Not
like
just for one
scales
T though.
behind the ears, back of the ankle. But
Oh, not like skills that they carry. I understand.
oh yeah, like your lizard friend, but like snakes.
Mhm. I
Anyway,
see.
they're all. I mean, it's the Serpent Hills, so you'd sort of expect it, but yeah, they come creeping down here.
Oh,
Mm,
So that's where the name comes from.
interesting.
hmm. Well,
Were you?
hmm.
I mean, what were you looking to do? I mean,
Um,
aside from our fine bridge, there's not a whole lot of sightseeing around.
Mm, looking for new places to explore mainly. Yeah, you hit all the common sites. You try to go to like the not the well-known places. So just getting feel of land.
Treasure hunting.
Hmm. Well, folks do head out to the hills looking for treasure. You just got to watch out for them serpent folk. A lot of old cities that didn't make it out there in the drylands. Little ruins here and there, but nothing I would think point you towards.
Hmm, okay.
and I would imagine that, as you said, not very many um, people other than adventuresome people would want to go in that direction.
Oh, I mean, get groups of folks every once in a while. That dwarf I mentioned, the one that poked
With the
the
stabbing.
scaly fail in the eye, yeah, actually went out after the scaled folk. I think must have pissed him off something fierce. He and a little group of folks headed right out to the hills afterwards.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Out
Uh,
a few weeks later, a couple more folks headed out. Last expedition maybe 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
they're not back yet
Hmm.
after 2 weeks.
No, I don't think I've seen him come through. Uh, and she sort of asks around a little bit. Um, you see those folks in the purple? No, no, they haven't come back through yet.
It's a good color. It would be memorable.
Yeah, must be
Oh,
a popular one. And she points to, I think you've got some pieces of purple in your outfits at this point. Show's got or is Show wearing the recovered purple
Nope, I have a burgundy adventure dress.
burgundy adventure dress? Never mind. So yeah,
I
must
made sure that the barding on the horse did not match anything having to do with purple.
sure. Yeah, it just must be a popular color this year. You know, every once in a while, royal folk run them sumptuary laws, and then royal folk get overthrown, and then everybody's wearing purple.
Oh, maybe. Interesting.
So then the
And
main attraction.
sorry.
Go ahead. No,
Oh
go
no,
ahead.
I was just curious where these purple folk go, because that is such a nice color. I've been trying to find more of that color.
Well, I mean, they did head north, um, and she sort of like eyes up, like, what about that direction?
All right. In case we run into them, I would definitely like to see where they get their fashion.
Or maybe the serpent folk have killed them and we could just find the purple clothes.
Oh, that's true.
That's fairly likely. We do see a fair number of folk that head out and don't make it back. They're slavers, you know, the serpent folk.
Oh, there. Oh,
Okay.
oh, that's not
Oh.
good.
That's too bad.
What would you recommend? Maybe if we do see, what? I mean, obviously you've been around here a bit. What would you recommend? Any recommendations on how we stay safe out there?
Our front don't go.
Yeah. Besides, don't go.
Yeah, that's the big one. I mean, be real careful of folks you meet. Don't let anybody, you know, come visit by your campfire that you don't know. Um, they got good
Self-excluded.
eyes. So, you know, travel during the day, build your fire up nice and high. I wouldn't be out there at night. I can't see past my toes. She wiggles her toes.
That's not very far.
Not in the nighttime. No.
Well, I think we'll have to confer to come to some decision as to whether or not that meets our friend's taste for adventure that is uncommon.
It's a bit spooky. You see.
Well, best of luck to you. If you don't make it back, I'll see you in the next life. If you do make it back, you know, always stop by and keep a tent ready for you.
Well, I will come back if we're alive to come back this
Yes.
way.
Very
I
kind.
enjoyed the stay. So I'm actually going to um, give her a silver just because I enjoyed the stay. It's outside-ish, the tent.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I've slept someplace that didn't feel like it was just completely strange.
Good. And you know, the pavilion does a good job of keeping the dust down. She manages to keep everything nice and clean and happily accepts the tip. Um, and you know, make sure everybody has a little bit of extra, you know, eggs and such come the morning. And then I think the party is looking out towards the Serpent Hills.
Yes.
Now, the
Yes.
weather
So,
is fairly good for this sort of thing. It hasn't been torrential downpours, anything like that. That would be erasing tracks. And you can see where, you know, all right, if you're heading in that direction, there's only really so many ways you can go between here and there. Could I get from the party to start us off a survival check as you start eyeing it up? And
Not
as you head into the Badlands, is there anything I should know about that you're picking up? There's not a whole lot for sale here, but feel free to pick up
Water.
anything you'd like. Oh yeah,
Water.
Water up on the east side.
Water and rations.
got it.
Wait, west side. The
East
right
side.
side.
East side.
East side.
All
East
right.
side. East
stay
is
away
the
from the
beast.
west.
Oh, survival from
East.
everyone.
So Aaron was just kicking us off for the moment here. Doing a little bit of tracking and doing very well by it actually. And could I have from the party a fateful D12? A 1 would be a little bit adventuresome.
Yes, it
Oh,
would.
Yes, it would. Could I have from the party a D8?
Should I roll that one too? That
Yes, please.
Chiquito got it. Chiquito got it.
There you go.
Chiquito
Okay.
got it. And could I get a D2, please?
Oh gosh. No.
Sorry.
Got it.
So I won.
Oh, it's fine.
I couldn't find a D2.
I just rolled a
Uh,
D4
you-
and then I figured out R.
You can always type /R space 1D2.
Okay.
You
Thank
can
you.
do 1D anything.
1D anything. Okay.
Yeah.
oh, he looks pleasant.
So as you are making your way into the Serpent Hills, you can see a bit off in the distance a hill giant. Seems to be smashing on something and then picking bits out of it, eating it, and going back to smashing some more, picking a bit out and eating it. You're probably a good 500-600 feet away from it at this point. You could
Yeah, perhaps he has seen something.
maybe detour. What you doing?
Eating.
Perhaps we could talk to him.
Yeah. Let's try that.
I will call out in giant. Hail, friend.
As you call out in giant, you hear, oh, hello?
Hello.
Hello? And it sort of like picks up its thing, puts that down, starts looking around. You're, still 600 feet away. You're like, huh, you're tiny.
And you're very large.
I am.
Good.
It's also
This-
hairy, so
This is
That
all
is a-
very good. All
that
very
is
good.
strength. That is a
I'm gonna-
strength for you.
I feel
I'm-
good
I'm-
things coming from this. This is all good.
I'm gonna grab that dragon eye we've always remember about, and I'm gonna go ahead and look through it and take a better look and see maybe what's going on while we're talking to him.
Yeah. So you zoom in pretty well. Could I get a quick perception check from you, please?
Okay.
So as you focus in Dragon Eye and kind of look down, you can sort out that the giant is smashing a suit of armor, and then with each smash, it's squishing some more out, and then it's picking up the bits that squish out and eating it. There was probably a humanoid in that suit of armor at some point, but at this point, it's just a yogurt stick that it's working.
Yeah. Look. Oh.
A good restaurant comes with little crackers for that. Like you just snap it and then you peel it apart.
It's the armor is a giant's doggy bag.
Yeah.
Look like himself a little snack.
Is-
Humanoid.
You
Probably a
have
person.
you bring me food?
I will go and speak to him, and if he becomes violent, perhaps you will join me.
I will definitely join you.
I think that we're all gonna go ahead and get a little bit closer. We're not gonna let you go up by yourself.
No,
Yeah,
maybe
you start
stay back
Get
a
a
little.
little bit closer. It's
You start
my
closing
kind
in.
of fight.
Could I get? Are you going friendly like, intimidation like? You know that intimidation generally works better on giants. Friendly like sometimes gets you chewed on. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll go. I will certainly go up trying to present a strong front, and I figure riding up on a warhorse is a good start for that.
Yeah. Let's lead off with an intimidation then. That's pretty good. So he's sort of keeping a little bit of a wary eye as he's reaching down and chomping on the bits. As you get a little bit closer, it's a little easier to resolve what's in there. There is a fair amount of armor scattered about. That's probably more than one person worth of armor. But it's kind of consolidated into a pile for easier whacking. Um,
I am called Shodara. And you?
I am called Aig.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Yep.
We are seeking a different prey of our own through these hills. Perhaps you have seen something.
I see a lot of stuff.
Have you seen small folk wearing purple?
Oh man.
And
You're
as you
asking
say that,
identify colors.
he just reaches down and he slides the pile behind himself. No.
They are not our friends. If you have killed them, it's okay.
Yes. Then. And he just reaches
Good.
down and picks up another piece, and you can see there's some purple in the mash.
It's good. That will save us trouble if you have killed them already.
Yeah, I'm good. You should give
And
me
we will not
food.
take your meal.
Yeah. Words.
I have some berries that would be very good with your meat.
Bears.
And I will walk like 10 feet away and drop a handful of a few good berries. So just mash it in. It will give it flavor.
Okay. So as you drop a handful of a couple of good berries, you just like scooch that over and squishes that in and pops that in and that are filling.
Yes, they're very good.
Yeah.
So when you kill these purple wearers, do others run from you?
Yeah. They all run.
Which way did they go?
Could I get a investigation check from you, please?
Sure.
And this is more to sort out they ran all over. Yeah, he just seemed to enjoy the way they ran and sort of stopped paying attention after he'd squished enough.
I will laugh at his story at his as he's enjoying it.
Yeah. And he holds up he puts his fingers in the greaves of one of them and he shows like how they were running this way and that way.
Yeah,
That sounds it's a very good story. I guess our hunt will be exciting.
Sure.
Well, we will leave you to your meal. Does anyone have any other food we could give to Aig?
Oh man. I mean I got stuff, but that'd be insulting our friend here. I mean it's just rations.
That's all I have to just ride food. That and the berries.
You can
Go
see he's
berries.
eyeing up one of your horses.
Oh man, you can't take just named it.
I tell you what, perhaps we will bring you another one if we find it.
There.
You should be easy to find. You're very big.
Sure. Hey, you can just do what everybody else does to make me come. They point at me and go, "Eek," and then I know to run at them.
Ah,
Ah,
it is good.
I see.
Is he speaking in common? Like we could understand him? Okay.
Yeah, he's speaking in giant though. You got the pantomimes pretty
Okay.
easily.
Sounds good.
Uh,
Make sure he remembers us as friends.
Yeah.
What
we will leave you to your meal, and perhaps on the way back we will bring you something nice.
Sounds good. Yeah.
And I'll go back and relay what he said, that he couldn't really tell me which way they went because he was enjoying what they were running everywhere. That he killed some people in purple. I couldn't tell from the pulp who they were.
Can I, when I hear that, can I just take a quick glance around, see if I see any of the sparkly bits that Frulam was wearing? He has sort of little gold in his picture. He's got little gold.
Oh yeah. Frulim is
You know.
definitely ostentatious. How about I would say either an investigation or maybe a survival if you're trying to track. Either of those would probably pan out.
Neither of these are good. Here we go. Yeah.
You start trying to look around, and I mean it's just chaos. There were people running everywhere. You see big skids on the ground where boulders had been thrown, like to cut people off as they were running. Seems like Aig had a pretty good time with these folks.
And we are relatively from, I mean, even with that 3, but having it pointed out to us, the purple does match what we've seen before, though. So
Does
they
look,
are cultists, at least.
yeah, it does look like the same kind of purple.
Okay. Cool. Well, it's a clue. Jinkies.
Jinkies.
We are at least heading the right way.
Yeah.
And their numbers are smaller.
Mhm.
Anrin, aren't you good at tracking? Can you maybe make some sense of the mess, or?
I can try to make some sense of the mess. Yes.
Sure. Amron, could I get a survival as you start working on that?
You can as soon as I can get my character sheet behave. So hang on just a second. It's been I've been working on over here. Okay, survival.
Ooh.
You do a real bang up job actually, and you could see that the folks had spread out pretty thoroughly, but they kind of funneled back together again, and you're able to pick up where somebody had lit some torches to kind of signal where they should gather back up again later on, and you can find those being cast aside, and yeah, it continues on out into the Serpent Hills. Um, it's probably going to be, more than just the day's journey in. You've covered 15, 20 miles at this point at a pretty good clip. Probably going to be heading a bit further in. It's not a big challenge to you. You're well equipped and can set up camp for the evening. And then the next day, continue on. On that next day, could I have from the party another of those fateful D12s?
I'm out.
Okay. Okay.
9's pretty good. Day passes more or less uneventfully. You continue following the tracks, and you realize Anrin's doing a bang-up job on the tracking. That it's 2 parties. A set of tracks that's probably going on a month old, and then a set of tracks that's about 2 weeks old. One seems to be following the other. And you can actually see where they had veered off at one point, then pick the trail back up and come back through. So they are doing the same thing you're doing, just 2 weeks ahead.
Hmm.
Another night falls, you set up camp, and then continue on once more. This night, however, you're able to see off in the distance, maybe 10-ish miles out, that there is a campfire up against a cliff face or a rise. You can see it kind of lighting up the whole side of the cliff face, even at this distance in the darkness. You can see that glow kind of casting up with no light around it.
Would we be able to use the dragon eye to help us with this?
Sure.
Or?
How about a perception check for that dragon eye?
Sure. Yeah.
This one,
Everything.
unfortunately, not as useful. You're just not up on the right kind of rise to get an angle on it. So you can see that, yeah, there's firelight down there and it's kind of lighting up there, but all you can see is kind of a blank wall. Can't, they're kind of in a dip. But yeah, definitely somebody out there 10 miles or so out, which is about a half day's journey for you there.
Okay.
On that next morning, could I have the final fateful D12 for this leg of the journey?
Still out.
And 11 is a pair of ones, but that's okay.
But 1 + 1 is 2.
It's 2. Capture.
1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Wait, that's not good.
Ah, it's growing up.
I remember when he was
So-
cute and desiccated.
Well.
So, as you make your approach, it's early afternoon. By the time that you're coming within sight of the fire, you're a little ways off, and you finally get your dragon eye on it, and you can see that there are about 8 or so folks sitting around the fire. They seem to be conversing. Fairly heated argument by the gesticulation, though you definitely can't hear at this distance, at least not without doing some sneaking up. You do spy Frulum, still rather ostentatiously dressed. You do spy Talus in their white preference, as well as you're pretty sure those tattoos match the fellow that you fought with the gargoyles and sent gliding down to the ground from the castle. You also see the pile of bones and decaying skin that were your Dracolich friend, and nestled inside that, the little color changing wormling. The two seem to be just piled up in each other. You're still a ways away. What are you doing?
Kill.
Kill, kill, kill.
Yeah, I think that this might be a tall order.
It's might.
I is like, can we divert some of them away and then like?
Wait,
Well, if past practice is any indication, there will be a time where the two dragons fly off. They will go perhaps patrolling or flying around. Whatever they do, they
Practicing.
seem to do that a lot.
this seems to be a place where we could potentially hide,
If
or they
the
see
two
us.
dragons do fly off, we will need to move very quickly and prevent the others from calling them back.
Well, I was wondering if maybe, what you just said, both of you actually made me think maybe I mean, they don't know we're here. Maybe we actually take a day. I mean, they're camping here, but this also looks a little bit like a settlement of sorts. Like,
So now, talking about that settlement of sorts, we'll kind of expand on that. What you're seeing there is ruins, and now that you're a little bit closer, you're starting to pay a little more attention. The cliff face here is running east to west because this is a rotated map. So north is this way for some horrible reason. I will mess
okay, I
that up.
didn't say which direction that was.
I messed that up many times. So north is to the
Oh,
right.
gotcha.
East is anyway.
Down,
East west.
Down.
East is down,
Makes
west
sense.
is up, south
East
is
is
this
down.
way. I will get it right someday. But what you're looking at is what was once probably a small town or at least a plaza. Carved into the cliff wall is an entrance heading back in this area. You can see a little ladder right there. There are two fairly large statues that must have once framed the entrance, and then there are the ruins of buildings down below. They can't be super old, or they've been rehabilitated recently because there's a cast iron stove that's been blown out of one of the walls. And these look like they have been refurbished and then knocked down again recently. So there's stuff in here that's no more than 3 or 4 decades uh, uh, development. The chests, the wood would have rotted in this or dissolved by this point. Um, the walls are much older, hundreds and hundreds of years, but that's been, newly refurbished. And you're like looking at that cast iron stove, and you're like, huh, that really looks like the greenest models. Um, there
Hmm.
is a fountain or a well over here, and then a little campsite right there. And could I get a perception check from whoever is using the dragon eye at the moment.
Okay,
Thanks, Chiquito.
I'm looking.
Oh, Chiquito, good eyes. Chiquito, just over here, you see a row of about 7 foot long disturbed chunks of earth, which, boy, they look like graves. There's a half dozen, maybe eight. It's kind of a little hard to tell towards the end. They kind of clump together. Graves dug right along there.
Uh,
They recent?
Very recent.
recent.
Within 3 or 4 weeks at the most.
Yeah, it looks like buried someone here. I'm sure. I mean, I would try to. I see that's. I would. I think that maybe we should maybe see if there's anything else around. Like I see they're all grouped out here. So and like you said, they look like ruins. Like this area.
Yeah.
These all okay. Just to see maybe if there's anybody else around. Just kind of. Then we kind of plan. We don't want any surprises.
Sure.
Do we
Could I get a
want
quick
to
investigation from you?
Okay.
see what is inside?
Probably should have booped. Oh well.
So a quick glance around, and you at least sort out that, okay, the ruins here are a little bit protected because of how close they are to the cliff face. It sheltered them from the wind and that sort of thing. Everything else just looks flattened. Like you can't see where the buildings are. Maybe during the right season after a rain, you could kind of sort out where the patches were where there used to be buildings, but all you can see is this at the moment.
Do we want to look inside? Or perhaps someone who is sneakier could take a quick look?
Yeah, I think that might be best.
I can do that if you guys want.
And the rest of
Yeah.
us can keep our distance.
It cannot be sneaky currently.
Got
I
our
can,
low attack.
There are many dogs making it impossible for you to be sneaky.
Just got mugged by a puppy.
It was very
Woof.
cute.
such excitement.
Oh, he just got back from the dog park. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I could put the odds in my favor by going invisible. If y'all think that's a good idea.
Certainly wouldn't, but particularly if we're going to spend a day or two casing things, you will not be worn out.
Good luck
Yeah,
there. Good luck
I think
there,
that's wise.
Rob. He's gonna go and pat you on the back. All right.
Sure.
Get a little bit of guidance.
Could I get
Who?
a quick stealth check from you, please?
Can I cast invisibility first
Sure, absolutely.
after I get booped?
Yep.
All right. All right. First, I'm going to cast invisibility. All right. That did not register as a spell I use, so I'll go and check that off later. And stealth.
That's pretty good stealth.
Yeah.
All right, so you start making your way up towards the area. Now, the entrance plaza that you see ahead of you was once paved. There are, grasses coming up through the cracks, but reasonably well protected by the cliff above. You can see as you're getting closer past the firelight, you've got that fountain, the well, the buildings, etc. More close to you, though, the pair of statues. Um,
Oh, these guys here, huh? Oh, jeez, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to do that.
So this one over here is a bearded human male wearing exotic clothing. but the face has been smashed in. It holds a balance in its right hand and a cudgel at its side. Its left hand raised as if in warning. The one on the right, another human male, similarly exotic clothing. The left half of its head is cracked and lying on the ground at its feet. This statue holds a shepherd's crook in the left hand and a sword at the waist. Its right hand is raised in warning as well. They are facing this direction, kind of a southeasty.
Okay.
Please go ahead and move your token where you're creeping towards.
Do I want to check out the silo first? I guess I'll creep into this silo first.
Sure. Did you
Make
stop
sure I
by
don't
the
have anything
statue,
behind me.
or was that a misdrop?
That was not thinking my way through.
Okay.
I think I would check out to make sure nothing came out of there behind me.
Sure. You creep on down around, and you can see signs of a struggle in this silo. There's dried blood, scuffed earth. The walls are ready to fall over. A good shove, and you could knock away the masonry and cause it to fall out, as has the side on the southeast. But yeah, somebody ran in here and was pretty badly tore up. Looks like probably animals, based on the scratches. Could I get maybe an investigation?
Well, usually
Ooh,
not my strong suit.
not animals. Something with claws.
Dragony.
Big claws. Humanoid, though. Probably of the troll variety.
Oh wait, didn't we fight trolls at their castle? Like their little love chalet that we went to?
There was a big troll up there.
No.
And we did fight trolls outside of it too.
Sure did.
Yeah. Trolls. Why is it gotta be trolls? I will back out of there. I've only got an hour of invisibility, so I don't want to spend a ton of time. I don't want to touch something about statues pointing and stuff always makes me nervy. I'll just take a quick glance at them.
Sure.
See if there's anything up closer that I see when I'm up close.
So you get a little closer to them. You don't touch, but you look up at them and you're kind of studying them for a second. As you're studying them, you hear the sound of grinding stone, and you realize the statues are studying you. The two colossal figures turn their massive head, shattered features staring down at the spot where you stand. Two voices issue forth in unison, booming out as though erupting from the deep earth. Halt! You come before Didarius, Etherwalker and conduit of clairvoyance. Behold ye now his wondrous triumphs. Didarius extends wisdom, and Didarius offers knowledge. Which do you seek? As that booming sound comes up, everyone to the south turns and looks towards the statues. Rob, what are you doing?
Do I still feel like I'm invisible?
You go, yep, still invisible.
Okay. I'm gonna look at my feet and say, "Feet, do your duty." And then I'm gonna run this way.
Okay. You start whooshing off, and
Yeah.
you took care. You made sure nothing on you jingles, nothing on you will fall off. You take, and you hear, oh, Tiamat, take it. How many times is that going to happen? Probably another bunny.
Whoa. Some curious bunnies out here looking for big, profound truths. All right.
The all-seeing bunny.
Aunt Bunny
Opa.
fell down the stairs.
Coca can seek
Just
wisdom.
Throws Coke out there.
I was gonna say you should have Coca go up and see if
Just
that
squeak.
triggers it.
I might actually.
You know, it might be silly, but that would prevent them from getting a night's rest.
Oh.
We could face
I'm-
them exhausted.
I'm
we
not
don't believe
there. Uh,
Yeah, that's very good. I'm sure Rob would like that.
I, I have a feeling.
It can't be every 5 minutes, though.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, once I'm sure that, or once I've heard that they're used to this happening from time to time, I'm going to creep into the rectangle to the
Sure.
east.
You go creeping in the rectangle to the east, and you can see in here the roof is reasonably good against the northern wall, the right side wall. So some stores have been laid in here. It looks mostly like animal feed, though you don't see any animals around other than the 2 dragons, and this doesn't look like dragon food.
Again, my goal was just to get a quick look. And can I go behind this?
Sure.
Okay. My next goal would be, now I guess this is a little trickier, but it would be to get into this one.
That one will be a little bit trickier. Could I get to just see how if it is going to be tricky? How far is your blind sight? Not far enough.
Okay.
You are able to creep around down there and peer inside. This one looks as though someone's tried to set up a rudimentary library or study area somewhere where they can access their books. There are a row of books up against the wall, a little sort of desk worked out against the southeast wall, and some notes set about.
That's intriguing enough for me because I know Frulam's here. Notes might be of use. I'm going to check that out.
Sure, give me a quick investigation as you get over in there.
Man, I wasted my investigation on the other one. Well,
Okay. On the quick look, without disturbing it in a way that would obviously give away that you were here, you can see notes have been basically made to uh, basically trap spring. And there are several notes, first one dead, second one dead, third one dead. You're kind of glancing through them, you see the names, you see some ranks, and then you realize that okay, this is 2 sets of handwriting. This one has a much more dwarven influence to it. The handwriting is written more to the dwarven rune style. The other one more handwritten that they are familiar with common. So 2 sets of notes stacked on top of one another. They seem to be working their way through trouble with a trap. It does not seem to have a solution that you see.
all right. I feel like I pushed my luck. I'm going to try to sneak out, and I do not want to try to sneak closely. I know there's magic people there that might be able to see through. I'm going to just sneak back around the south side of the rectangular building and head back to my crew. I imagine that took me quite a bit of time to get there and back anyway, so
Yeah, that took a little
my
bit of time, and kind of the things that you were hearing there, just the conversations that you were able to pick up as well as your investigation. There is some argument in the camp as to what's to be done. The Red Wizard is explaining he's just barely keeping control of the dragons at this point. Without the masks, it is very difficult. Um, Rulam is arguing, well, if we go into the temple, we will get the masks. We will have the White Dragon mask, and we should proceed. There's undead in there. There's traps. Who are we going to put it to risk? And the other cultists are doing the step back before we are voluntold to go. So that's sort of the conversation happening there. And then with that, you're kind of out and away.
out of earshot. Okay.
Yeah. You could make more expeditionary jaunts, but that's kind of what you pick up there. The dragons are getting a little bit hard to control. There are traps in there, and nobody wants to be the first one into the pit.
Am I able to? Well, My thought right now is the pit's the well.
Sorry, when they're saying they're talking about the up the ladder and into this cliff face here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I gotcha. Gotcha.
Sorry, pit was a
All
bad
right.
choice of words.
Feel like that's where we want to go. All right, I will rejoin my friends and tell them all I know.
Sure.
Knowledged.
I feel so much more knowledgeable now.
Yeah.
Well, we've just spent several days in a trap infested dungeon. So I think we have practice at least.
That is true.
I mean, I'm looking at these guys and I'm looking at us and I'm like, I don't know, is the dragon going with them? Probably not. So, I mean, some of these guys that are there are heavy hitters, but some of them are straight up chumps. So if they're fearful to go in there, we should be fearful, but maybe mildly confident we could handle some stuff? Or should we try to find out what they already know? Knowing that what I looked through basically was bupkis. They didn't come up with anything.
But they
Uh,
going through it did tell us that there are traps to expect, which is good.
Yes. I'm wondering, if we are not so worried about them knowing we're here, maybe I go back and steal their notes. Their notes were sort of like meh, meh.
You know,
Also,
you mentioned something about those masks. I know we got rid of one, but you'd think maybe having that mask might kind of put those those dragons maybe kind of put them on our side a bit. Maybe if we
y-
get in a fight with them.
yeah, that's what I'm picking up. I'm having a little bit of regret about some earlier life choices I made. Um, but I was
No,
feeling
no,
bold. I
no,
was
no,
feeling
don't,
bold. Um,
don't. I mean, you
but
had no idea, Rob.
yeah,
I mean,
At that
even
time, we
now.
thought we were going to fight that dragon and take it back.
yeah.
I think it turned out well.
I mean, it worked out. Say, did you guys hear the statue speak really loud? I don't
Yeah,
know
it
if
was
you
No,
booming
of
could
in
hear.
here.
course
Oh,
It
yeah.
was
not.
a
All right,
boom. I was
there.
just
All
trying to
right.
figure out, was that you?
Yeah. So they can see invisible things. So pro tip, let's not be seen by them. And I don't know. I was on the southeast side of them when the way they face. When
Mm.
they did that, I don't know if we creep around the northwest side of them if they're gonna like, you know.
Are they magical?
Well, I'm gonna go
I
ahead and
don't.
guess.
Yes, I don't know of non-magical statues that turn their heads and speak.
Well, in my experience, magical things generally are not that easy to walk around.
Yeah.
Do you want me to send Kolka in to see how close she can get before it triggers? To
Yeah.
kind of have an idea of like maybe a rough range.
Well, maybe also let's find out like our likely path going up into this up to the pit.
Mm.
You know?
Maybe they can actually help us with the pit.
Well, you know what? They might, they were our idiot friends down there were a bit dismissive of, knowledge from what sounds like a magical statue and could be divinely magical for all I know. I mean, it might be an avatar of a god that I'm not familiar with. Um, I just did not feel like perhaps that was the time to ask questions. Also, the only thing I had in my head was like, "Can you tell me where my daughter is?" And I didn't really want to put that out in the world either. So, um, but
I'm not
yeah,
complaining about your choices. I'm
no,
just
no,
thinking
no,
about what we can do.
no. I'm riffing with you. We're just rapping.
Yes. Okay.
Uh, eh,
I can do that.
it's no, I'm thinking. I mean, they probably could help us. Like what I was saying is you're probably right. Like these morons aren't asking them questions that maybe could give them answers to how to deal with the trap, but I don't know how we ask them without the morons realizing we're here.
Mhm.
I will never understand the arrogance of some people.
Well,
Perhaps if you ask the right questions or offer the right wisdom, the statues will disarm the trap.
that's what I was thinking.
Possible.
They're just
Perhaps
so
if-
damn loud, though.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, they're
true.
super loud.
Well, you know who would not hear them? Dead people.
Live dragons?
I'm 100% with you on that, but I'm gonna need a little more to follow the breadcrumb to what I'm sure is genius here.
Oh,
What?
well, if we killed all those people, then they wouldn't have to worry about them hearing the statues.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's true.
No, it wasn't very deep. It was a pretty simple idea.
No,
Also,
I'm sorry. Yeah,
what
but
if we let them do the heavy lifting? Like they're clearly trying to get in. If they, someone gets hurt in a little bit of a trap, and then they do all the heavy mental work, and then we just swoop in while they're tired, and we'll be at
What you
the.
said about the Red Wizard controlling the dragons.
yeah, maybe if we
Wonder
take
if
that
there
one out.
is. I wonder if there is some way to eliminate him.
Mm,
I think there's a lot to be said about Yaz's idea too. There was a famous bard where I'm from named Belloc, and he would just follow around Jones, and then as soon as Jones discovered something, Belloc would jump in and just grab it. It's brilliant. It's
Oh,
sort of
Beloche.
yeah, sort of. You've heard of him, right? Yeah, he's sort of a shithead, but you know,
Yes, see, he visited my tribe.
sorry
uh,
to
We did
also
not
be a
care for
bit of a
him.
shithead, but I mean,
no,
they're,
I mean,
they're also shitheads.
but it's brilliant because it got the work done. And I mean, honestly, Jones was sort of a colonialist for Waterdeep, kept bringing everybody's artifacts up to Waterdeep. He was kind of an asshole anyway himself, just different. But
Yeah, we could let them send in. They're not going to send in. I mean, I'm sure they won't be sending in anyone they think is important, right? Maybe we should let them kind of split their party up a bit, and then maybe we take them out here.
It sounds like from what you said that Frulam wants to go in and the wizard does not. If that were to happen, we could strike one of the groups for sure.
Also, what
Have
was that? What was that? I apologize, Aaron, real quick. What was the name of that statue? Said you remember?
oh, I don't remember. I didn't write it down.
The Darius.
The
Oh.
Darius.
And that is
He's
That
not
that
sound
is the
familiar?
that is the name of the area you were told to go find, the Pool of Darius.
Hmm.
on another note, Chiquito. Um, it's so easy to provoke an argument. And I'm wondering, Rob, did you send any message to Frulam that just said, like in your own style, that you would prefer that he take a long walk off of a short pier?
Yeah, I think what I had said was go fuck yourself. But I didn't.
That
That would
makes
be
way
rude.
more sense to me.
No.
Is that
A long,
possible?
long walk. Well, I was about to explain why taking a long walk off of a short pier could be dangerous, and
Uh,
and but both could be dangerous. I mean, this is something we could talk about at another time.
Oh,
very
did you mean to literally
flexible.
fuck yourself?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I will never understand idioms.
Yeah, it takes practice. I mean, it takes practice, and also,
It's truly an art form.
yeah, I have things I'd say, but I think I'm gonna keep them to myself right now because I think misunderstandings might abound. I'm gonna walk
I think you're
walk
right.
that. I'm gonna walk that back. Um, why don't we? I did. To answer your question, just in plain speak, Aaron, I told him that I was not interested in dealing with him. That I saw a threat. I can recognize a threat when I saw it, and I told him he could pound sand into an uncomfortable orifice.
That is unfortunate because if you had spoken to him differently, we might be able to walk up and pretend that we are
Bringing
still
him the mask
allies.
we don't have.
Oh, but we could tell him what happened to the mask. For we were enjoined not to betray the Black Dragon. Is this betrayal? We just have to not tell the Black Dragon's secret.
Right.
Can I wave a hand over my face? Can I like? Is it possible for me to replicate the look of the black dragon mask? Just like testing it out, seeing if it's possible.
I
Clearly, it's not
believe
magical, but
I believe
like,
alter self can change clothing.
let me see what my thing can do.
I
Let's see.
believe that includes clothing.
Mask of many faces. Cast disguise self at will. Okay,
Oh, it's
let me
disguise self. Sorry.
yeah, let me look up disguise self because I don't remember the specifics. Because now I'm curious.
Yep.
Make yourself
Clothing, armor,
including-
weapons.
Yeah, I'll try that out. See.
Sure.
Get the
You can definitely do it. I mean, you can definitely make what you sort of remember it to be. How detailed that will be a check, but that is a thing within your capabilities.
I mean, we don't have it, but I can make it look like at least I have it. I can't do it to you guys, but should we need some like? But again, it's fake, so it might not actually have any effect on the dragons if we're trying to make a point.
That's true. And what what value would it give us in this? Because you cannot give it to him.
Mm-hmm. It might startle them, but it would be seen through pretty quickly. But it is an option. He's just gonna go. It's gonna go away.
Well, that's something to know for the future, just in case there is a time when we want to intimidate somebody who doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're looking for it. So the fact that we still have it means that, or they think we have it, at least makes them not go and ask a black dragon for it, which is possibly is looking to make that connection. So maybe it might be good that, you know, I'm just saying if they get away, at least they think we still have it. Because obviously they're not having any luck, or else they wouldn't be here looking for this white dragon mask.
Yes, they would, because the white one wants to be the white worm speaker, and for that they need the white mask.
Right. He wants the black one back from me. She's gonna get the white one, then they can have their little, I don't know, love fest of speakers, worms, and all kinds of creepy whatever goes on with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is not an image I want to keep in my head.
Oh man, it's been with me since we were in the creepy chalet. Like, I don't know. Just feel like their name should be Todd and Margot. Just anyway.
Yes, but which one is which?
I, sorry. Now I've got the Todd and Margot scene from Christmas Vacation in my head. Sorry.
This is all going over my head. This is human. Well, no, I guess it is. Show, do you understand this?
I seldom understand what we are talking about.
All right. I think to sum up, what are we going to try to negotiate? Like throw them off? Are we going to try to lure them to going in there? Do we want to just watch another day, see what they do?
So the red flag that I see in negotiating is, how do we explain that we suddenly arrived here?
This is why you are wiser and more intelligent than I am, I think.
We tracked them here. We've been trying to give them back the mask we don't have. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that.
I don't either.
I say we wait. We should wait
Mhm.
and watch because they're on the.
If,
I mean, they're the ones that are here for something. I mean,
And
we
but
are too, but
but it also
if
sounds like
someone
they're
had
kind
told
of
me
on the
to,
ropes. Sorry.
if someone had told me to walk on the pier and then I showed up, I that would be very confusing. It would not make sense.
I think I understood your use of a metaphor, and I applaud you for that. Well tried and well executed. Um,
I don't know what that means.
You said you told somebody to walk a pier, and then I showed up afterwards. I get it.
I don't.
Where's the pier?
Amnon was talking about walking on piers, and then I tried to
Right.
use the idiom.
Yes, you did perfectly. You did it great.
I will
No.
show you what I mean the next time we are near a body of water.
Yeah. Glad we.
Arguably, you could say a long walk off a short cliff. Nah, that doesn't work as well, actually. A short cliff is just like a step. Never mind. I'm still figuring it out.
How is that like a pier? Is it a cliff over water?
No, I'm just thinking. I was like, what's another way we can make this without being near bottom of water? But then I was like, no, short cliff doesn't work.
Yes,
mean,
is lived near water. This is why she understands this.
I think the short part though is more of a measurement of horizontal distance and less the vertical. So like, it could be a really doozy of a step, right? Like it's a short cliff. You're only gonna take 2 steps and you fall 500 to your death.
Yaz is
That's a
gonna
pretty tall cliff, though.
Yaz is gonna like get out his like dagger and use it to like draw on the sand. He's like, okay, so here's the pier, and if like if you're telling someone to make a long walk of a short pier, then they go poosh. And
Yeah.
We would get wet.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
And
but it
that's
wouldn't be.
frustrating for people.
It wouldn't be any more walking. So you told them to take a walk, and they failed because they went off a short pier. They ran out of,
They would feel such shame.
Yes,
So
exactly.
much shame.
You have got it. It's perfect. All right. I feel like we had a breakthrough. This is great.
I think that was a success.
All right. Good.
I don't. I think we're gonna have quite a bit more of these conversations.
No,
All right, dragon
and
cultist.
interesting is that may have been. It does not get us closer to any goals.
Well, coca might still be the best solution.
I think Coca is the best solution. Let's find out if we can get through that northwest passage to the cliff.
Best solution, but to what problem?
Getting the white to get the white mask.
Mm-hmm.
To
So
see
to
maybe
the,
if we could sneak in.
to that ladder thingy, right?
Okay.
I want to make sure my measurements are right, because
But
directions. That one. Okay, cool.
So what
I have one other question.
Go ahead.
Just one.
But this is the one I'm going to ask. How fast can we run?
I could do 60.
60.
Okay, because I think if we can actually answer the question, it will take time for them to actually realize that we're not just a disturbance of a small animal.
Mm.
And maybe this will aid us in getting in what we need.
Does anyone know this name, Darius? To know what the answer might be?
What did they ask you, Rob?
I really don't remember.
Something about the keeper of knowledge and wisdom, and which do you seek?
Right.
Yes, you did all hear that boom out, and it was as soon as you put your heads together. Halt, you come before Didarius, Etherwalker, and Conduit of Clairvoyance. Behold ye now his wondrous triumphs. Didarius extends wisdom, and Didarius offers knowledge. Which do you seek?
Extended wisdom or offered knowledge?
Well, sounds like you could get some kind of blessing, some kind of boon from them. But again, like we
Well,
don't
and
have any
that
idea how long that might take. You're just standing
Mhm.
there like a sitting duck while the other ones charge you.
and
And
does anyone know of the Darius? That perhaps there's a story or something that tells you something about this name.
No.
I mean, I could let me go through my song catalog, see if I know any
Sure.
songs about the
Go
Darius.
through the song catalog, maybe like a history check, I think.
Sure.
could I do something similar, like thinking back, like maybe is it something like the mentor would have mentioned at all, or
Sure.
if that's a connection possibly at
Yeah,
all?
go ahead and give me another history on that one.
Okay. Mm,
So yeah, as the mentor wouldn't have mentioned anything along those lines. Rob, like maybe there's one snippet in a song that you put together about Darius, and it's kind of a throwaway line referencing about the foolishness of giving away information. You know, you should ask for a price for it, like Darius would. Like the wisdom,
Oh,
like Darius, you know,
he
knows the value of
extracts the cost.
information. Yeah,
All right. Well,
it's probably like a advice is worth what you pay for it kind of thing.
I don't know a lot of like human and elvish and dwarven songs, but do know this one, and it's sort of like a "Don't pay the ferryman till he gets you to the other side" sort of song. And he gives you stuff, but he's always going to want something in return, and it's a little vague on what he wants. So maybe we ought to be a smidge careful on that one.
Perhaps you put the offering in the scales. That would be a neat thing.
That is a
Oh.
very that's an excellent idea, but I imagine it's not like a copper, like
Unless you only want a copper's worth of knowledge.
Yeah, like
For
when
some
people
of
ask
us, it might seem like a lot.
like a copper
how
for your thoughts.
how short is a pier that you shouldn't walk off of?
Well, I've seen many piers, and some of them are longer than others.
How many piers must one man walk before they call him a man? There's a song in that. Hold on, I'll start scratching something together.
Why is it never women? I guess women are always wise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Please
because
try
my
to
I'm
write
pretty
about
sure
what
that
you know.
like someone did that, long walk short pier, and a woman just turned around and was like, yes, because I want to get on the boat.
Mhm.
probably.
I'm going up the plank. Thank you.
I think that's fair, actually. Don't have to write as many songs about people like, doing sensible things. I mean, just
I'm getting
sort of
bored.
so and so
So,
did the right thing.
Coca, I don't want to risk Coca if there's going to be a price, even though she's a goddess and she can take care of herself.
Well,
Well,
Coco is
Coca
less
doesn't.
likely to ask a question.
Yeah,
That is true.
I mean, I didn't.
There's
It didn't. It didn't extract a price from me just from asking. What I mean, if Coca doesn't answer, we're all good.
Oh yeah, the statues just pose question.
Right?
They really
Yeah.
don't.
It
Do
didn't.
you
It didn't
want
extract.
wisdom or knowledge?
Right.
And it asks
And
it as one or the other. So they are different things.
They are different things.
I have an idiom for that, but we can go into it later.
Oh no.
All right, so we're going to have Coca just get the sense of where they start asking their questions. Okay, and he's gonna turn to Coca. He's gonna, all right, Coca, and he's gonna point over at this wall right here.
Mhm.
He's like, I want you to follow the cliff until you reach the ladder. And he's gonna say, okay, just to see if she's following along so far. Okay. Once you're at the ladder, walk towards the statues and stop once they speak. So far, so good. Okay. Once they speak, come back and I feed you. Okay. Good job, Coca.
Double Coca
But
thumbs
tell
up.
her to come back.
Oh yeah, there was a once they speak, come back and I feed you.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so as Coca embarks on the perilous quest to discover the Northwest Passage, I do need someone to roll a fateful D12 for Coca the adventurer. A 1 would have a epic adventure begin.
Yay!
The 9.
Really mixed emotions about that.
Yeah, I know. I kind of want an epic Coca adventure.
Yeah.
With the 9,
Start-
Coca circles. When Coca gets to within about 10 feet or so, the voices boom out once more, repeating their refrain, and then you just see like Coca sprint back over in your direction. Once again, you hear the cultists cursing. One of them hucks a rock over in that direction to chase away whatever animal they think may have been
Do the
sneaking up on them.
statues react to the rock?
Statues do not react to the rock.
The react.
The rock.
Cool.
Special
And
rock.
I'm guessing that between all of us we can kind of track, like as Coca's moving, we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see like where are they. Okay, cool. Yaz is gonna feed her some bread and cheese. Good Coca. Best Coca. Best Coca. Such a good rat.
So there is a clear path to the ladder, as long as you stay about 10 to 15 feet away from the statues.
All right.
Well, that seems our path then, yes?
Do we wait till tomorrow to do this? Or do we just go in now all? I mean, I wouldn't mind getting my spell slot back. Not
That
said in
seems
game mechanic-y ways.
It also gives us time to do the thing that Sho mentioned and keep them from getting sleep. At least I think Sho mentioned that. Maybe we take turns as we get rest.
yes, if we could get the statues to trigger throughout the night, it might prevent all of the cultists from getting a rest.
Might prevent us from getting one either, though.
That's true.
But that's why we take turns. Maybe. Maybe.
Hmm.
Take turns being startled awake every hour.
Oh, that's true. Forgot about that part.
Uh,
Mm.
But if we are expecting it, maybe we can sleep through. I don't know.
I think
Maybe
if
it does
it's
not work.
I think if it's too rhythmic, they'll figure out something's happening. We need to
Let's just go inside.
right now this minute.
No, we can sleep first. That's fine.
Okay.
So
If you feel you will be better rested.
So thinking about it, the if you take your long rest, 8 hours now, sometime around midnightish, you could make your approach. That would give you the cover of darkness. At least half of the folks, the cultists, seem to be human and therefore no dark vision. Though of course the dragons and Talus is elven at least. So that would give you the benefit of darkness to get up to the ledge and inside. The downside being it would be dark, but most of you can see in the dark at this point. So please go ahead and recover your spell slots, any hit points, etc. that may have been missing. And then could I have the party set their average stealth for the trip across the Northwest Passage to the ladder? We are looking for better than a 14 for the average.
Uh-oh.
We're
Looking
not off to a
good.
fantastic start.
Oh, we're.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
No.
Oh.
I haven't done the math yet, but that looks like a low number.
Yeah.
What were we looking for?
We were looking for a 14 or better.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Average.
No need. No need. That's great. We did it.
18, 8, 9, 3
No
divided by
way.
5.
Nailed it.
12.4 is what I
See?
come up
We're
with.
there. We did it.
And so
Did you make sure you got the boop?
I
Did you get
did
the
I
boop?
did get the boop.
He did count the boop.
I did count the boop. Um So,
I should have inspired myself.
as the party starts making its way over,
Look at
Koka
that.
is
Those
back
other numbers,
positioned.
though. Look at that. All the other numbers were just great. Well, most of them.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
if we'd had advantage.
Now working your
Yeah,
way
if we had
over,
advantage, it would have been awesome.
sneaking.
Why don't we have a trickster cleric?
Why don't you have a trickster cleric? So here's the problem. The problem is what might have been the adventure Koka set on. Would you please arrange yourselves in the order at which you would be sneaking?
Probably me first.
That's it.
I don't have any problem
Then
with this order.
me?
Yeah, I would
Well-
want somebody big and tough right behind me.
I would probably stay close to Rob for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably be behind either of them. Don't know who, but they'll be behind someone.
I guess.
Okay, kind of that
Hi.
grouping right there. Sounds good.
That's great fireball grouping. We're
Perfect fireball.
Yeah, I remember Fireball. That's right.
So-
Yeah, Fireball.
Rob, you're kind
Octavian.
of creeping along, and then you hear like a. I can't make that sound. A rattlesnake shake coming from the wall just beside you, and you give a little eep.
Damn it! I had the 19.
Everybody
I'm
freezes for just
joking.
a second. Rob, there's a rattlesnake.
Yep.
We're gonna go ahead and bring up turn order. Figure that out real quick. Ask everybody to go ahead and roll themselves into it.
Oh, jeez. Why?
It's not a bad roll. For the tanky person, it's good to be up front.
Show, you can hear the rattle go off. You can see
Yeah.
the snake just over there, and you can hear something stirring further down in response to the rattlesnake shake. What are you doing?
So, what I would like to do is like full Crocodile Dundee. I just want to walk over and grab it and like snap its neck, and that's it.
Sure.
I don't know if that works.
That would be an unarmed attack, and as long as you can do enough damage.
I'm gonna try that. I'm
All
just
right.
gonna go over. I'm gonna use my first attack to grapple it.
Okay. Actually, you just straight up first attack will be a damage attack.
Okay. So yeah.
Oh no! Do you have a reroll?
I'm gonna use my reroll.
Sure.
And crit.
That is much better.
Wow.
For 6 points of
Oh
damage.
my god! I heard
This
a
is like
whole
fire and
spell
ice.
speech in there.
So you just reach over, you grab hold of the snake, and you're like snap, and it goes quiet. The rattle stops. But yeah, something's going on down south. Something's gotten curious as to what's going on up there. You have a round before it reacts, and you've dealt with the snake problem. Show, what are you doing?
Statue. Throw it at the statue. Throw it at the statue.
I'm going to just keep carry the snake with me and run up this ladder.
Okay. Sprinting for the ladder.
That's 40.
All right. As you reach the top of the ladder,
I'll just jump up there.
you get yep, boink. You get a quick look around. You can see that this little alcove is decorated with gilded carvings. There are silver censers and all sorts of things set in niches. However, even a cursory glance, and you can tell, no, those are illusions. Whatever was in there is gone now. There's a stone door to the north. It does hang ajar, slightly open. And there are marks on the door and the frame that it was recently forced open. So you can see where pry bars and picks had been applied. Anrin, what are you doing?
Well, first I'm going to try and see to the south It was to the south, right? That
Yep.
something was stirring.
So, sorry, to the east actually, to the down. So down
Just
here.
to
the
let
down,
you know,
to the
I
east.
added dead rattlesnake to my inventory.
Yes, please. Dead rattlesnake in inventory. To the south down here, you hear something stirring. It's nighttime. There are guards. They are patrolling, moving around, but that doesn't sound like the noise. The noise that you're hearing is like the creak of bone and leather. One of the dragons is on the move.
Okay, so even with my dark vision, I can't really see the dragon moving, but I pretty much have the perception that it
Yeah,
looks
you can tell
curious.
it's one of those two. You've dealt with them enough. You can suss out what they're doing.
Okay, I'm gonna nudge Rob and say, "Run!"
Okay.
when it's your turn, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna run
Okay.
Do you run?
And
and
which
up the ladder.
up the
Very
ladder?
polite
You
of you
got
to
it.
use your turn.
Oh, I use it to run.
Yeah,
Rob,
no, it's
what are you doing?
well, I'm gonna do what Anrin said. I don't think I run as far as they do though. That gets me there, and I will get right behind them with a dash.
Got it.
Actually, I think a dash will get me here. Let's see. I'd go back to where I was. I was here. I can never remember.
And I have my speed is 45, so my dash would get me 90.
I can't remember how to do my measury thing. There we go. I can go up to there, so that's what I will do. So I'm out
Got
of the
it.
way of the ladder.
You run down, scamper up the ladder. Again, you see those niches, those alcoves. Down east, you hear like the no, no, no kind of noise coming from the smaller black dragon. Like it's annoying the big one. Like, come on, wake up. I hear something. Let's go play. And then you just hear like a crash as the big one just rolls over on it. Doesn't seem to want to get up and play yet. But the little one will be popping its head around shortly. Yaz, what are you doing?
I follow the rest of the group and run up the ladder.
Right. Chiquito.
Yep.
Show. Background to you, you can hear the movement. Something's approaching.
I'm going to step up to here and motion everyone else through the door.
Got it. As you step up and kind of get a quick glance through, you can see there are statues inside that hallway. It's probably a good 20 feet across, a good 60, 70 feet long. I just did that math wrong. 40 to 50 feet wrong. And you can see that there are bones of dozens of people scattered about on the ground. The six statues look to be cowled figures, wizardly looking arcane. They are leaning on staves. Their faces are obscured by deep hoods, and they look towards the center of the room. Anrin, what are you doing?
Mm. I'd like to take a check to see if I can figure out what they're looking at in the center of the room.
Just towards the center. So they're kind of set in their alcoves, three on a side of the room, just sort of facing forward towards the heads, just a little bit turned towards the center of the room. There's nothing there. It's just floor and open space.
And
Bones
all the
on it.
bones are outside of it?
No, the bones are there, but scattered around, but nothing like there's not like a particular pile of bones right there. There's like a femur there, you know, pelvis over there, a skull half over there.
Okay. I'm going to square my shoulders And I'm going to at least deep breath and step through the door and stop right there and see if anything happens.
Nothing happens. I mean, you scuff a few bones out of the way, but nothing unusual beyond that.
Okay. Doing this slowly because I'm looking at those statues and
Sure.
waiting for something bad to happen. I'm going to stop right there.
Okay.
Is anything happening? No.
They're just statues. I mean, a couple of bones get knocked around.
Can I get to right there?
I mean, you're kind of right about where their focal point would be. Like that, they like, okay, that now it really feels like they're all looking at me. Like okay. Eyes just sort of follow you around the room.
Okay. How many feet did I move?
Ish.
Oh. Can I see the door? Well, where? I'm going to start to sprint towards the door.
Okay. As you start to sprint towards the door, okay, no, definitely now they're actively looking at you. You can hear the grinding of stone, see the dust falling away, the cowls start to shift a little bit as they start to track your movement.
As soon as I hear that, I'm going to stop
Okay.
and turn around to look back in the direction that I came from.
Sure. As you turn around and look back, could I have a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw?
I hope so. Oh.
Oh.
That is a 14. Standing on the 14, or do you have a post-it note?
I have a post-it note.
Would you like to use it?
Let
Up
me
to you.
see how many things are on my post-it note right now.
Scorching ray? No scorching ray today.
I actually still have 2 rerolls left. So, yes.
All right.
And just hope. Oh God, no, I shouldn't have. Okay, nope. I guess I'm going to get whatevered.
More in the wrong direction. So as you start like looking around, you're like, okay, what's going on? You can hear it just like the edge of your hearing. Something's whispering at you from the statues. All 6 of them are starting to talk towards you as you try and figure out what they're saying. You are held in place, unable to move for the rest of the round. And could I have a DC 15 intelligence saving throw?
Hopefully better.
15 on the nose. Anrin, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news
Okay.
is you will have advantage on any intelligence checks for the next 24 hours.
Oh, great.
The bad news is this comes because you have just learned all sorts of things that mortal minds was not meant to know. You are currently insane. Would you do me a favor
Nice.
and run and roll 1d100?
Okay, I was going to say, and that's different. How?
Call of Cthulhu fun.
Oh.
And your 1d100 is a 72. Anrin, for the next minute,
Oh.
you will do whatever anyone tells you that is not obviously self-destructive.
Okay.
Okay?
That's
No,
going to be hard.
no one else happens to know that, but if they happen to say, "Hey, do this thing will do."
Do it.
Rob, as Anrin sort of freezes for a moment, What are you doing?
My first thought was, if I heard any of that, I was worried it was a charm spell. But
You heard the grinding of the stone, but you did not hear any of the whispers.
okay. I'm gonna move up here. You can get a peek in. I see all the,
You see the statues. They're all looking towards Anrin. Their cowled faces, the dark spots within.
I'm gonna take out of. I'm gonna take out of my wineskin and out of my flask the corks.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put them in my ears.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to walk up to Anrin. I can't because I don't have that much movement, but
Okay, but
you get to-
I see where you're going. So you're stopping
Yep.
you're stopping your ears so you can't hear the whispers. And
it's
you
because
start
she
moving
looks
forward.
stunned. Yeah.
So far, it seems to be working.
Okay. I would say something to Anrin, but I don't know what I would say that would be useful. I would just be like, "Hey, Anrin, hold up." So.
I
Oh,
can do that.
all right.
Yep. Amron holds up.
All right.
So as you step in, Chiquito, yeah, as you can see,
Sir.
kind of romping along, comes the small dragon. The current color of the dragon is red. It is reflecting merrily the firelight from away to the east. The good news is it is dark where you are, and it can't see that far in the dark. But it is heading in your direction. Yaz, what you doing?
I'm gonna sneak on in through the door and whisper to the two, because I think my dark vision does go that far.
120 feet, I think, for you.
I believe so.
Super eyes.
Yep, I see it. That's one thing I can see.
So,
So
by
I'm
the way,
gonna
Anrin, Shift 70 is asking, when you hold up, are you raising the roof? Okay.
Suppose I can try. I can do that.
whatever you say. Yaz will whisper, chameleon dragon incoming, and sneak through the door
Okay.
and just kind of hug the wall.
So you start hugging the wall, and basically there's that big cowled statue, like kind of standing in the alcove of the wall, just
Mhm.
looming over you.
Okay, he's probably just gonna stick there for now. I don't think
Got
he
it.
would have noticed what happened to Anrin. So I'm sorry. Yeah, done.
Good. Okay. Chiquito,
Yeah.
what are you up to?
Yes, would you have mentioned anything about a dragon coming this way?
Yes, I did say chameleon dragon incoming.
Okay.
Before going in.
Chiquito would come by and say, "Show." Just throw the thing down there, so it don't come up here. Throw the little rattlesnake down there.
But then it will know something killed it.
The dragon?
Yes. They're very smart.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, come on inside.
So I want it.
Okay.
The rattlesnake.
Chiquito sneaks inside. Show, what are you doing?
I will also go inside.
Okay. Everybody is inside. Are you leaving the door slightly ajar, open, closed? What are you doing?
I'd try to return it to the way it looked when we got here.
Okay. Give me a quick, let's call that one a stealth check. 16 is better than the 14. You think you've probably fooled the rompusing dragon, and we'll go ahead and close the turn order for the moment. What are you all doing in that hallway full of big statues with dark cowls?
You said your son said that the Darius wants a price. Maybe we'd pay them something.
I have some money.
That's good.
If that's what you need.
And at this point, are they all still looking at Anrin, or are they all looking? Well, Anrin's
They're
in the
all
middle
looking
of
at
it, right?
Anrin at the moment.
What?
Anrin, did you pay them something?
Huh? Sorry.
Are you talking to me?
I
Yes, I asked if you had paid these statues a price.
Oh, they didn't ask me to pay them anything at all.
Oh. It's probably an idiom, isn't it?
If you say so.
Chiquito's gonna look at the statues and kind of raise up a hand, kind of wave it.
Sure. So as you look at the statues and raise up your hand, could I have a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, please?
Sure. Let me go ahead and check. Let me see. 5. I'm gonna use one.
Okay.
5? Wow.
Yeah.
Saving them
haven't
up
used-
for a rainy day.
Oh.
Could I have a intelligence saving throw, please?
Oh no.
Well done.
Do I get to use another one for
Uh,
that intelligence saving throw?
if you wish to use another one for the intelligence saving throw, you may.
I'm looking for a 15. You said.
15 would be the number.
Oh.
As
What
you
the hell?
as you listen to the secrets which mortals should not know, you gain no particular benefit from it. It is simply beyond you. However, it does cause a illogical loop in your circuits. Could you please roll 1d100?
Okay. Oh.
An
Ito's dividing by
81.
0.
Could you please roll 1d10?
Oh. This is what he's saying because he's stuck.
And you basically are just going, uh-oh.
Oh.
For the next 5 minutes, you are stunned.
Oh no.
Oh.
He just stands there going, uh-oh, for about 5 minutes.
Oh man.
As that's happening, what's everybody else doing?
We gotta get them out of the hallway.
What? Rob,
I-
is this up enough? What am I holding up?
Rob, hey, Amron, why don't you get Chiquito out of here to
Okay.
to the north,
Oh.
to the north.
Okay. And I'm going to go walk over and try and lift Chiquito over my shoulder, if at all possible,
I believe
and
you
get
can
him out of
manage
there.
that.
Okay, so fireman's carry for Chiquito, and we are leaving the building.
Sure. As you head to the north,
Sorry, Chiquito.
the next room has a high vaulted dome with a deep inset ledge circling the room. 10 feet wide and 15 feet up. The floor here is a beautiful tile mosaic showing a knight in plate armor wielding a glowing sword above a chimera. The word safe is written in chalk on the door leading to Area 5. Area 5 being the one to the west. Duh. Thank you. Brain. Good job, Casey. Oh.
Nice. What else does it say?
It just says that.
Area 51 is
Safe.
to the east.
Yes. Area 51 east. Thank you. So big word safe, chimera, knight on the floor.
Oh,
Anrin, Chiquito, Rob. As you enter the room, the chimera, the tile that it's made up from, begins to slowly shift.
Oh.
Shit. Are Show and Yaz out of commission, and I missed that.
We haven't gone through the room yet.
Show Yaz, what are you two doing?
Well, I'm going to take a platinum coin out of my pocket and
Mhm.
toss it into the middle of the room as
Okay.
an attempt to pay.
Yep.
As an attempt to pay a cost, and then I'm going to walk through.
Okay. You chuck a platinum coin into the middle of the room, and you walk right on through.
Nice.
Well, I don't have a platinum coin, but I'll throw a gold coin in there
Okay.
and do the same thing.
Okay. You start walking right on through. So as you reach the far side of the room, you are just in time to see the tile work rise up, take the form of a chimera, and lunge at Anrin and Chiquito.
I call the goat head.
Oh,
Oh.
Gonna
Don't
drop
know these
Chiquito.
idioms.
Oh. So wait, the chimera is made of stone?
It's made of tile. Little
Okay.
mosaic tiles.
I was gonna see if I could get away with saying we're stuck between a rock and a hard place, but
Ah,
Good.
Animated tile chimera.
Yes.
You can tell what it is. It's clearly been labeled.
It's they couldn't afford the artwork, okay?
How did you not see this coming? It said it right there on the floor.
yeah.
It did. It said safe and it said animated tile chimera. Come on.
There-
What do you want?
you know what's funny too? There is a mosaic option in Photoshop. They literally just could have plastered the mosaic effect over the picture.
It's true. It's totally true.
All right.
Oh, hey, Galaxian. Did I miss this earlier and you guys noticed that the Galaxian got us a reroll?
No,
Oh.
I did not see it.
No.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Galaxian.
Galaxian.
Thank you.
Oh, I missed that one too.
Awesome.
You.
I'm back up to 1.
Yay!
You guys know you can like create a counter on your sheet, right?
Now I'm ready for the next rattlesnake.
No, I don't know that. How do you do that?
There's should be like I have a little box for bardic inspiration and arrows. Do you have something like that right
Oh
below?
yeah, other
flaws? Yeah, and if you click into other resource, you can name it. So I've named mine inspiration, and then
Other what?
other
Sorry.
resource.
next to the right of rage, there is a box that might say other resources.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Got it.
And you can up and down arrow that.
Cool.
Man, post-it notes are so last century.
I still have my post-it note.
Well, Yaz is old-fashioned.
Yes. He likes the classics.
The
That's right.
classics.
Yeah.
You know, like paper clips and
You know me.
staples.
Windows
Post-it
95.
notes.
Oh man, binder clips.
And Clippy. Looks like a
Uh,
Sometimes I call Coca Clippy.
Rob, am I missing you and Yaz on initiatives?
You
Oh,
are, I'm sorry.
No problem.
I was waxing poetic about
Wait, for
1995.
us?
That's okay.
right.
Whoa, Rob's coming in hot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Yaz.
Rob
All right.
Oaks, as the tile rises up,
Rise up.
what are you doing?
I am going to move here and cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it at 3rd level.
Big Thunderwave opening up with. DC 15 Constitution saving throw. But Womp does not pass. 24 points of
24.
damage. You just like and just like bits of tile just like spray all over the place, bouncing everywhere. It's very colorful. And it's very angry. Rob, anything else?
I'm going to back up 1. I don't know if
And
it
it's
has
pushed
10-foot
back, right?
reach.
With Underwave.
Oh, yeah, it did get pushed back. I will back up 1, and then bonus action, I will sing a inspiration, bardic inspiration for show. The time has been engaged. You'd better best to rearrange. I'm talking here to show alone. I'm talking about the finest half orc song. Oh yeah.
Good throwback. That's a good throwback.
Thank you. It's a good song. It's not well known. But there you go. Inspiration for show.
You don't get Dead Letter Office very often.
You don't. Actually, that's document.
Was it
But
on document?
that's on document.
Was it redone?
It might have been done on Dead Letter, but it's definitely on document.
Yeah.
REM Deep Trek, y'all. All right.
Yes. What do we got?
Oh.
Okay, right. Sorry, I was just taking that in. Yaz is probably gonna just take a step in, so at least he's out of that other room.
Mhm.
And he will do a blip blip.
Blah, blah.
One blip. Ooh,
19's a good blip.
that is a good blip. And gonna do a 2 blip. Not so good blip.
Not so good on that one.
Yeah, at least I got the 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. I should have done this first. I'll do a hex on it. Forgot about hex for a minute.
Belated hexing, but that does eventually there. Chiquito, you are unfortunately stunned.
Oh.
Uh-oh. You can't move. You can speak only falteringly. Well done. Attack rolls against you have advantage. And you are incapacitated, so that will be it for you. Excuse me. Pick up attack. Animated tile chimera comes forward. It's got the goat. It's got the dragon. It's got all sorts of heads. It steps up to Rob Oakes. Rob Oakes. It tries to bite you.
Oh.
That'll do.
It bites you.
For 21, huh?
It sure does.
All right.
It then tries to claw you.
Oops. What happened there?
17 for 6 on the claws.
17. Wow, my armor class is crap. Yeah, that'll hit.
And then
Hold on, I got to reset my armor class because something got jacked up. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Or not my armor class, my hit points. Sorry. 21 damage, then 6. Okay, I'm good.
And then it opens its 3 heads and belches fire and gets everyone except Show. Would everyone please make me a DC 15 dexterity saving throw?
Okay, so I get.
You definitely see it
Advantage
coming.
from
So
danger sense.
advantage.
I definitely see it coming.
Definitely see it coming.
So
Oh no, I'm using a reroll.
I should have advantage.
Ooh, me too.
Okay.
Geek.
Okay, that'll do.
Okay. Yes, no!
Not
I
those
should have.
great.
I should have probably just taken the damage though, because I'm probably gonna go down either way.
Keto, I think you unfortunately just fail. You do just fail.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Way to
As
stay
the
in
fire
character.
washes over you, 30 points of damage to those of you who failed.
Oh, I'm still up.
I'm still up, but half the lizard I used to be.
Oh man, I am 1/4 the bard I used to be. The human I used to
You
be.
are peppered with fiery red-hot tiles that scatter over the ground.
Oh, it's like cool stop motion.
This is like Mitchell versus the monsters.
It is.
Well, seeing all of that, I will rage and
Rage is
just jump
good.
through everybody. Strike the thing with lightning.
Strike the thing with lightning.
Dance.
It does not dance. Ooh, takes 5
5
points of
lightning, and then I will slam the Morning Star into it. And crit.
Ooh, nice. That couldn't have gone better.
I'm doing extra 5 there.
It will force you to have disadvantage on the attack roll as a reaction with its narrow dodge. As
Ooh.
it basically just goes one-dimensional, two-dimensional.
Okay.
That still will hit with the 22.
So it's gonna do just 11 damage then,
Just 11 damage then.
and I will
Which is
swing
still
again.
16 so
You-
far.
You don't get the D8 for that if you're not critting.
Correct.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That was only on the crit.
I see.
But it can only do that once per set. That will hit
So
as well.
Attack again, and do 13 more, and then I'll move around to here and try to keep its attention on me.
Sounds good. Your Morning Star is a piercing weapon. You realize as you're
You do.
swinging through it, it is not doing quite as much as you think it might, even though it is a magical weapon.
Okay.
Anrin, what you doing?
I wish I were more rational, but I'm not. So I do need to ask, has the minute passed?
Has the minute passed? You will still do anything that you are asked of, but you can take your own actions.
Okay. Well, I would be irrational in this regard anyway. So I'm raging
Sure.
at this point because Chiquito was on fire. Not happy about that.
It's still a little bit.
And
Yeah, my
pour some
twig.
water on it. No, don't want that to
twig
be
is
my
still on
action.
fire.
I'm raging,
Yep.
and I am going to go ahead and make sure I have that checked. And I'm going to go ahead and take out my shiny new longsword, which I'm thinking maybe has an affinity for all these tiles, and I'm going to whack it
Sure.
or try to. This is slashing damage.
Got it. Slashing does work. That is damage. And what is the... are you one-handing or two-handing? Sorry.
It's so longswords are one-handed.
You can do either
They're
one, actually.
versatile.
Oh, well, what happens if I do? I didn't realize this. What happens if I do?
So one-handed, it would be 1d8. Two-handed, it is 1d10. But if you're doing it two-handed, you can't wear a shield.
I don't have a shield.
Then I would say
So-
you're rolling two-handed then, because that just gives you more damage. And that would be then 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2, 8. Okay.
Okay.
3 plus 2 plus 1. Sorry.
I'm going to do it
And
again.
Sure can. In that case, it worked out less to your advantage, but it was 1 plus 2 plus 1, which is 4 plus 2 is 6. So still 6 points of damage there.
Okay. And then I'm going to move myself, stand in between Chiquito and it.
Sounds good. That'll bring us to Rob Oakes. Rob Oakes, what you doing?
Rob is going to start to sing. So wave your hands in the air like you don't care. Glide by this chimera as they stop to look and stare. Do a dance, do your dance. Tell me, baby, quick. Tell me about the healing word. Now, word up. Tell me what's the word mass healing word?
Mass
And-
healing word, yes.
Oh,
And you might notice that Anrin is now doing a dance because you told her to.
that's right.
Exactly.
So that
So I'm
everybody
doing the
gets
dance.
5 hit points for that, including me. And then that I think is is that still a bonus action when it's mass healing word?
I believe so.
It is. And so I will then just I guess rapier. It's the best I got. It's not the best thing to do, but yeah.
Is it too metagamey to point out that it used its reaction?
Huh?
I mean so I can move away. Yeah.
Oh.
But I will hit it once with the rapier
Sure.
for 4 piercing, which I know is not very effective, but then I'm also going to move over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You like pick out
Move.
one mosaic tile and just flick it across the room.
I'm gonna move over to here.
Sure. Yes. What are you doing?
Yes. Well, not liking that whole fire thing earlier. It's probably gonna get the heck out of the way. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I guess that's as far as he goes. And then he's going to do another good old classic blip blip. Because he likes the classic.
12 no. 19 yes.
19. Cool. Oh, and that's right. I did hex this time. So hex.
Eeks. Or hexes.
And that's it for me.
Sid, Chiquito, what you doing?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no.
The little red tiles that the Chimera spewed out are still rolling back towards it, so it doesn't look like it's ready to breathe fire once more. It is, however, ready to bite, claw, and headbutt Show. Bite, claw, headbutt. I think only the
It's the last
24 is
one.
going to land.
Yep.
7 points of slashing damage, and Show, what are you up to as you are assaulted by colorful tiles?
I'm going to realize that the Morning Star isn't working. I'm going to drop the Morning Star and shield and heft my maul that I haven't used in some time and swing it down on this thing.
Oh, that works much better.
But probably not that time. But I will use the D8 of inspiration that I have
Yeah.
Sure.
and
That
make
does
that a
make it enough.
17.
Yes.
Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I hit my damage. So
Uh,
that one does 17 bludgeoning damage.
that works real well. Probably can't handle another one of those. And so
Nice.
it will inflict a disadvantage on the next of the rolls you may need to do.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is call lightning on it.
It can't disadvantage that. Or can it dodge, apparently?
And deal 2 points of lightning damage to it. And then I would swing again. Do I use the roll that I accidentally threw out there, or do I roll
Oh,
again?
roll again. Roll again.
I will have disadvantage on it.
You will have disadvantage.
Doesn't
It
matter.
Don't matter none.
For 11 more bludgeoning damage.
11 more bludgeoning. It could handle that. There's like still 2 little tiles floating around threatening people. Show anything else?
No.
Right. Anrin, what you up to?
Well, I have just finished dancing around Chiquito in an elven, a child's dance, so celebrating the victory of Coralon over the god of the orcs. Obviously, I don't care if Show sees it because I'm just dancing. But as I get to that particular point in the dance where I might do something that would demonstrate some sort of martial threat towards the god of the orcs, I just sort of like swipe at those
Sure.
2 tiles. Just baby swipe.
Baby swipe's maybe not the best thing. Maybe a little more oomph. 11's
Let's
not
try
gonna
that
do.
again. Oh no, another baby swipe.
Maybe if you didn't have her dancing this whole time would be the key there. Anrin,
Probably.
anything else?
Nope, I'm gonna keep on dancing because Rob didn't say to stop.
Rob Oakes.
I will note that Anrin is doing the last thing I said and bear that in mind for later. I will then hey, all I have is piercing, so I'm going to try it, it's like you're only two-dimensional. It's like you can't even be in the same place with us. It hurts that you can't be here. Why can't you be more of a thing? Vicious mockery. And
Help
Wow.
that.
Uh-oh.
Oh! It can't handle it and literally goes to pieces in front of you, just falling and scattering all across the floor.
I wish I'd
That
come up
was
with a
really
better
harsh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like using it because it hurts me a little bit when I do it. I feel like a bad person. Not really though.
I'll pick up
That's
my
true.
maul or put away my maul and pick up my Morningstar and shield.
How's everybody feeling? Because I feel super not great.
That looked
I
painful.
I was better before, not so much now.
Yeah, I do have
Oh.
I do have. Oh yeah, we should probably just hang out for a little bit. Maybe let Chiquito reboot.
Mhm.
Have you tried
Mm.
turning it off and turning it back on again? We'll say
I would like
a
I'm
few
still
minutes
dancing,
pass.
guys.
I would
Uh,
like to remind the party that I have a potion of healing and 2 greater healing potions
sure.
on me.
30 to 45 seconds later, Anrin, you regain your ability to control yourself. And then 4 to 5 minutes later, Chiquito, you stop saying "uh-oh."
Uh,
I,
oh, that was a
um,
really good dance, Aaron. That was really impressive.
I am so mortified. Show, have you ever seen that dance before?
What tense?
Okay, thank God.
Yes, I have.
Okay,
It was great.
no, I'm so sorry.
For what?
And
It was very funny. It was so out of character. I don't know why you did that, but it was very funny.
I don't know if I can actually survive this event. Okay, so I can provide healing if somebody needs it.
Oh, you were trying to be funny?
No, I came into the room and the last thing I remember was thinking, oh shit. And I know a lot though right now. I really do. But unfortunately for a little while it made me think that you guys could control every movement that I made.
You
And
did
someone made you dance?
Oh
I think it was
no!
Rob. I think it
Oh
was
no!
Rob.
Well, now see, I like to influence and motivate people to get their jam on, but I don't like it when it's like uncontrolled. That's like taking away your agency, and I'm not okay with that. I'm really sorry. I didn't realize that was a thing. I'll
If it's
apologize.
any consolation, while I was doing it, I didn't care. It was kind of fun. I don't often let myself have fun. But does anybody need any healing?
Well, I wouldn't turn it away. I don't know.
Same.
How you? Yes, you looking? You're looking rough too.
Yeah, I have two healing potions though, so that could help. Let me see how I feel after 2.
Is anybody opposed to me taking a greater because I'm under half?
Well, why
Uh,
don't you save that for later and let me just at least heal you? I can try anyway.
okay, give her a go.
So, not much.
Yeah, I'm at
I
still
have
under
tried.
half.
Do you want the healing potion? I'm just gonna.
I have some. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
I have 1 healing potion. I have 2 graders. Is anybody opposed to me taking a grader?
If you need it, you need it.
But thank you, Anna.
You're welcome.
Grader is what is that? Is that 244?
13.
Greater,
Four
I think it's
is
40
40
4 plus
4
4.
plus 4. Yep. All right.
There you go.
We still have one in the party potion bucket. That puts me to I'm at 3/4 now. Okay. Cool.
Hey, same Z's.
I kind of want to save my spell slots in case we need them for other things.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what though? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna snap my fingers and touch the ground real quick, and I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit for everyone.
Nice.
Ooh.
So
Oh, nice. How does this work now? We
let me
don't get
go
to
ahead
do
and
magic
It's
foam.
got a
to
you
throw.
can actually. It is a yeah. It's a little. It's a
It just has a set number of charges.
Okay.
Here's till spirit ends whenever you you can use restore hit points. Can't heal constructs or undead. Spirit heal number of times equal to 1 plus spell casting ability modifier. Cool.
so I do have a little tiny tarantula dancing.
And actually, Chiquito, as you reach down and you went to touch the ground and make your little dancing tarantula, you notice that some of the mosaic pieces are just like slowly making their way back over to rebuild
Huh.
themselves. A little look at it, you're
Terminator
like,
2.
what's that?
Like, is this Terminator 2? Like,
Yeah, they're kind of Terminator 2ing it. And you're
we
like,
pulled
all
that
right,
in like an apocalypse.
based on how long it would take me to do a puzzle of this size, you've probably got about 24 hours before that becomes a problem again.
No.
But that's also a problem for them.
What if I take one of the tiles?
What
Or
if you
would it be
take
like
one of the tiles?
would it be like the Iron Giant and just start tapping at the window?
Just do, 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 do.
Bye, buddy.
All right. So do I get 6 healing from that?
It would be, let's
So
see,
there,
1d6 plus my spell casting ability. Spell casting ability is, so that would be plus 3. So 9 for everyone that would go through it.
and it has 4 charges, so it can do that 4 times.
So
And you can go through it too, right?
yes, and in fact, if everyone doesn't mind, I might go through it once
Do it.
and
Alright.
dance a bit.
I don't need it, so
I went through once, and that got me to almost full health, so I'm good. I'm
I have-
weak, y'all. It doesn't take much to get me back up.
I have not gone through it, but Chiquito, have you gone through it
I went
enough?
through it once. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm at 43. I'm good.
I go through it. And
I have a large pool of HP normally, so I'm okay. You need it more than me.
Yeah, you can turn into big things with lots of HP.
that's 1d6. Okay. Boop. Nice. I'll take it. Feeling much better.
So, as everybody
It
starts to feel a little
disappears.
better, Tarantula dances. You've got a door up here that has the word safe written on it, leading to Area 5, as we now know. You've got a pair of double doors over here. The double doors look to be copper, or copper plated at least, engraved to depict a group of wizards peering over a pool of water. The oversized figure of a male wizard at the top of the image has their sort of hands raised as though summoning something up out of the pool. The doors are a bit bulgy. It looks like they've bent outwards towards you a bit. Down here, heading down this hallway, the mosaic pattern continues. So in here you had the knight with sword fighting Chimera. Down here you've got kind of a sun pattern on the ground.
We're looking for a white dragon mask. Any of this? I mean, none of this is like clicking.
we
Any
know that
boxes
there are
for
ways that they were not able to go.
And they check the way marked safe. He's going to point to the door to the west.
My guess is that if it is safe, this is chalk. It has not been here long. They marked this, and if it is safe, then they've probably been through there and come back.
It's a fair point.
Which means there's nothing there, and if there was something there, they took it.
That's my
Right.
thoughts.
And
Been
if
a
they had
finger dance with the spider.
and if they had a white, if they already found it, they'd be gone. So like, I sort of feel like we go to.
Don't you think the dwarf with the white mask is here?
Yeah, I know. I do think it is.
I'm gonna ask for a quick retcon, maybe, or
Okay.
just maybe a little bit of information I might have noticed when we tiptoed through the graves. Were they marked in any way?
They were not marked in any way.
Okay.
Just the right size and shape for graves.
Okay. Thank you.
So this is the door that's marked.
Correct.
These are double doors with the wizards with the water.
Correct. It's kind of standing at a pool doing the come up.
And this is doing sunlight.
And this has a sunlight mosaic going down. So basically, kind of like the happy suns with the little waves coming off, repeating down the hallway.
Yeah, I don't trust that. People who
What?
like paint happy stuff on walls in dungeons want you to go down there, and then they kill you.
Do you think it was a dungeon when
Do
it
they
was
do
first
that?
built?
Yeah, but the white dragon mask isn't going to be in the happy sunshiny place. I mean,
The white dragon mask is going to be on the dwarf that wears it. He might have gone that way.
I feel like White Dragon Mask would be someplace where it's cold.
But I
Well.
don't believe the white dragon mask is hidden here. I think the one who wears it came here.
Oh. Okay, like you mean like they might still be here, or
Yes,
just-
and that is why Frulem wants to come inside.
when I wore the black magic mask, it gave me powers over like swampy terrain, acid, and things that help me be like more like a black dragon. I'm thinking if this dwarf's wearing the white dragon mask, it's got white dragony type powers.
That's probably true.
I mean, it didn't make me want to go swim in a bog. I mean, no offense, your home is lovely, yes, but like, I I would probably be more powerful if I were hanging out in a space where the dragon mask aided me. So I mean, I'm just thinking. I don't know. I'm not feeling cold anywhere around here, so I guess it really is a horse apiece. Why don't we not tempt door traps and go down the hallway?
The happy sunshine.
Or do you guys want me to check these doors for traps? Because now I have thieves' tools and stuff.
Yes.
I could assist.
I
in that
have a
too.
suspicion
Oh,
that
that's
these
right.
big doors have a lot of water behind them.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, they're not subtle. So do you want me to look at least and see what I see about the doors? Or Yaz,
Sure.
both of us
Yeah,
know a
Yeah,
thing or
you're
two
gonna
about.
do okay
Oh.
too. You know what? You're gonna do okay every time you do it. We're gonna just go ahead and get that out of the way. You're gonna do.
Boopity
You're gonna
boopity boop.
do okay.
So how about a perception check as you check out those double doors?
and I help.
Okay.
So as you get up to those doors, you're like, yeah, there's gonna be water hiding behind them. No water. Rocks though. And as you're kind of like talking about water, you're like, man, my mouth is so dry right now. Like it really feels like the water is just being sucked out of you. It's all dry in here. The air is super dusty, as you get up there and you kind of give that a little check. Yeah, that looks like probably the roof collapsed in the next room and the stones kind of pushing out. That's what's bending the doors. If you were to open these doors, they'd probably pop open. Maybe not trap like, more like just destruction.
Ooh, let's not go that way, and I'm gonna hit my water skin.
Sure, give it a little. So you're like, huh, thought I had more. Your water skin seems light.
How's my iron flask with the whiskey in it?
Extra distilled?
Oh man. All right. I will move away and just try to work up some spit.
Sure. And just like as you're checking everything out, like everything that can dry out is drying out. Everybody starts to notice that one as Rob calls it to attention.
Hmm.
Chiquito, you crickle a little more than
My
usual.
leaf.
Your leaf is a little brown.
Actually, to be
brown.
fair, now they're branches. They're looking a little bit larger now.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Looks
the
good
dead
on you.
rattlesnake will dry out.
Yeah.
That will be useful.
Snake jerky is lovely. It's
I
one
want
of
its
my
skin.
favorite snack foods.
What does it taste like?
You gonna
It
take
does
out like
not.
little poison bits first, or
No, the
Tastes of
poison
human.
is only in their teeth. And if you cut
Yeah.
off their heads, they're really
okay.
good.
Oh, okay, fair.
And they're sweet. They have a sort of a
Sweet.
sweet taste.
Mm.
I'm going to
Not
trust
like
you on that.
chicken at all.
A little bit like human is what I've heard.
Yeah.
I haven't
I
eaten
thought
any
human.
humans.
I thought human tastes like pork.
Well,
Strange.
I'm just quoting what I heard from another bard named Eddie Izzard.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean,
Has Eddie eaten humans?
No, he says cannibals say that a taste of human flesh tastes like snake, therefore human babies must taste of snake.
Even babies?
But he also said chicken. Yeah, babies on spikes. It's a whole joke. Anyway,
Zoom.
Is it?
Rob, as you ease
What
your
are
way into the
babies?
suspicious hallway with the sons, could I get another perception check from you, please?
I help? Question mark.
Sure.
Okay.
That looks like a
I should-
sun, and
should
that
probably
looks like a
follow.
sun, and that looks like a sun. Yeah, it seems, you know, super suspicious, but you can't figure out why.
yeah, I don't care for this. I'm slowing down.
Got a lot of boobs there.
I know.
I know those are still they're pretty good though.
You're almost it's so obviously a trap, but you just can't place it.
I'm gonna stop.
If we
Can-
know it is a trap and we can't spot it, why don't I go first?
Well, I
I
think
would not
mean-
spot it anyway, but if it hits me, I'm more likely to survive.
You know what? I'm getting the idea of maybe that these mosaics are the actual. They have the properties of maybe what they're actually, you know,
all
shown to
represent.
be.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean,
So,
Are we? We're not feeling warm though, right?
just
Nope.
dry.
Nope,
I
just
mean,
dry, super
okay, well,
dry.
maybe-
I mean,
are we still feeling,
it is
we're
kind
still
of
feeling dry?
it is deserty in the area, so it's fairly warm. But yeah, I mean, it's just like your skin feels super dry. I mean, Chiquito's like constantly having to re-oil.
I would, if I only had a heart. The I'm wondering if I can, play this hand again and say, thinking about like, okay, wisdom, intelligence,
Okay.
and the trade-off for that, and then a many-headed beast. The 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 water and the irony of that, it sucks the water away from you. Now these suns, do I have anything in my back catalog of things I've sung about or run across in my sort of
Black hole sun.
gathering?
Give me a history check.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah,
The rocks under the tree make me go round round.
and that might be the issue here is you're searching for the deeper meaning, and you're like,
Yep.
I know there's a trap. I just can't put together what's the thing.
I just start singing, I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Damn it. I was hoping.
I
And
just
s-
love that.
And
I just
so
love that. Paul
That's a
has to be
good
like, no,
song,
no,
though.
that when I sang that time, it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I can't do
sang.
anything.
Sometimes I just sing. All right.
That is not true. Every time you sing, it is special.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Every time you smash somebody's noggin in, I think it's special. Oh, it's just beautiful the way
Well,
you.
that's good. I have a very limited skill set.
It's not limited at all. I mean, I've seen you bash people from the left and from the right, overhand. I've seen you get from the left and then swing out back and then clock them in the head, and lightning comes
Now I
down.
think
I
that
mean,
you're teasing me.
no, I'm not teasing you. It's like art. Like, not everybody can make lightning come down when you're smashing them over the head with a morning star. That's not every day.
I
That's
just
not like a
probably didn't get mad
mundane
enough.
skill set. Well, you know.
Can you make rainstorms as well as lightning?
No.
Oh, okay. I can't either.
But the lightning is pretty cool. I
It
can't do
is very
that.
cool.
I can do things, but I can't do that. I wish I could do lightning, and I could be like. Pew, pew, pew.
It is the storm. I channel the storm.
Lightning is the light show for the storm that is you. That's what I'm saying. That's all. That's an idiom just for you.
Thought it might be because I didn't understand it.
I'm just going to look over at Chiquito and go,
Oh man,
Oh, we're going
It's
down this hall?
beautiful. This is beautiful.
none of my good lines work.
it is beautiful, but it makes me uncomfortable.
No, it's okay. Just let him. Just let him. Just let him go. It's nice. It's nice.
Mating rituals.
All right, I'm going down the hall.
It's nice.
Joe starts down the hall.
It's sweet. It's sweet.
You just walking, you're like,
I'm gonna keep the rear.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
I mean, I'm like keeping my eyes open, but pretty sure that if there's a trap, I'm not gonna spot it, but I'm gonna absorb it.
sure.
I'm gonna reverse the thing we did before, where Show is being security and behind me, and I'll be behind her checking for traps as we go.
Okay. As you're
Unless somebody,
slowly
well,
easing
actually,
your way
let's
along.
swap out. Let's swap out. Yes, you go be trap checker, and then I'll support you.
You got it.
Unless you don't want to. I'm just thinking.
I'm fine with it.
I was rolling crap. Let's see what you got.
Okay.
There.
So as you're making your way along,
Mhm.
Show you kind of, you're working out. Yaz is like watching where your feet are about to be, being like, okay, go ahead, step. Go ahead, step. Go ahead, step. Hey, thanks for this. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for the host there, Action Surge.
Nice.
Yeah, playing a little Dungeons Dragons 5th
Whoa.
edition. We're in the Temple of Daedarius in Rise of Tiamat right now. And my good friend Sho has just made a few steps forward. Yaz, can I see a perception check from you, please? And can everyone
Sure.
please make sure they are where they would be when Yaz is making this check? Oh, and thanks for the follow there, folks.
I'm
Yaz,
reroll or no reroll?
you reroll? No reroll?
Yeah, I was giving you advantage, but that did not help.
Oh, thanks for the
Oh, you
follows,
gave me
guys.
advantage?
And gals.
Oh,
And Ace Archer. And King
Ah.
Akira.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Thank
I know.
you.
I'll bite. I'll do a reroll.
All right.
Perception one more time.
Got it. So, as you're all making your way down the hallway, those smiling suns looking up at you, Yaz, you're studying intently. And you're like, I absolutely just saw that sun drop down a quarter inch as Show's foot stepped on it. And you kind of
I'm gonna,
brace. You're
I'm
like,
gonna like tap her back, like to say, like to signal stop, and then I'm gonna like whip my tail back to like make to make Rob stop, just like
yeah. So everybody like
That-
freezes
That
right
is
there
so
for a second.
awesome. I'm gonna need art of that.
Unfortunately, it's Chiquito who gets to realize what's going wrong. Chiquito,
Yeah.
just behind you,
Uh-oh.
That seems right.
one of those big
Uh-oh.
sun engravings spirals open, and a
Oh.
massive ball constructed of skeletal remains rises up
Oh, excuse me, guys.
And you kind of look
but-
back and it's like, oh, hey, that's a big ball of bones. And then it starts rolling towards you.
Oh,
Chiquito and
yeah, yeah,
Rob Oaks,
yeah.
Yaz,
Yeah.
Joe,
Yep.
please go ahead and roll yourselves into initiatives.
Oh, that's great.
Which way are the bones rolling?
They are rolling towards you all down the hallway.
Which way? Oh, down as in actually
So
down.
from here, this way is gonna try and smash you all.
That's good.
Oh, that's right, because it's behind Chiquito. Okay. I follow.
Oh, coming up with the right roll. It will be coming at the very bottom of the turn order. Show. Let's see here. No, excuse me. It's Rob Oaks. Let's get this in turn order settings here. Descending.
How
Rob Oaks.
big is this ball?
It is
How
big
big
enough
is
to
it?
fill the hallway, 10 high by 10 wide, rolling along. It probably weighs a couple of 100 pounds, and there's lots of spiky bits to it.
And it looks inanimate.
It looks it is animate in that it is rolling towards you.
But I mean, it's not like a creature.
It
looks
does not
like
look like a
ball of
creature.
bones.
It does not look
Okay.
like a creature.
All right. And it's behind Chiquito.
It is behind Chiquito.
I move here.
Okay.
Is here okay?
Yep. Here's fine.
Okay. And again, Thunder Wave
And again, Thunderwave
at 4th level.
at 4th level.
It's not going to be enough, and I'm going to go down, but that's okay.
You do some damage to it. It cannot be moved backwards, but you do damage to it. Rob?
Yep, I'm about to take a lot of damage.
Anything else?
It was good knowing y'all.
Show. What you doing?
Oh no. I'm gonna run over there and try to stop it
Okay.
before it crushes everyone else.
Okay.
So I'm gonna rage.
All right.
15, 20, 25, 30, 30. 40 would get me to right in front of them.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try to stop it.
All right. Are you? So.
Try to
It's
lay hands on it and physically stop it.
physically stop it. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Would this be athletics?
This would be athletics will work. Yeah.
Okay. I have advantage from raging.
Sure.
Ooh, nice roll.
20 is a nice roll, but it won't stop it.
Oh,
So you get a hold of it, and it is just bowling you backwards.
I'm gonna brace myself against it and try to slow it.
Sounds good. That is going to bring up Yaz. Yaz, what are you doing?
Did
No.
Did it visibly take damage when Rob thunderwaved it?
When Rob
Like, does
Thunder
it
waves
seem
it,
like
bits of bone did fly off. It is less intact than it was.
so? It appears like if we could deal enough damage, we could stop it from rolling forward.
Potentially, yes.
We could break it apart.
Could break it apart.
Yeah, is going to
you can
Run
shoot
the
Eldritch Fast from 1,000 feet away.
I could. It just makes me feel better to double check. He's gonna run the opposite direction
Okay.
because that is terrifying him,
Sure.
and he's gonna kind of be there, and then he's gonna make sure he kind of pops out the corner and does blip blip at the.
And the one thing I'm going to ask you to double check is Eldritch Blast only targeting creatures, or can it target objects too?
Oh, good question.
I never remember which ones they are.
That's a good question. Let's see.
I think it does say creatures.
If it says creature, it cannot target the
here.
bone ball.
A creature, yeah, creature within range.
So no Eldritch Blast at that one. Firebolt? Maybe Ray of Frost?
Nope. I got nothing.
Okay.
Prestidigitation.
That
That does
That is-
nothing, but I mean, I have it.
It's now a cleaner bone ball.
yeah.
Yaz, anything else?
No, he's gonna hide.
Okay.
Alright.
Anrin.
Well, I'm definitely going to come and stand next to Show. I'm not raging. I'm going to lay my hands on this, and I'm going to go ahead and use Burning Hands on the ball in the cone. Can I miss Show if I do that?
Yes. You can avoid burning Show.
I'm going to avoid burning Show.
That is a good chunk of damage. That does not make it past the threshold. So, Scorch Marks, more damage, but not enough to destroy the bone boulder yet. Anrin, anything else?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm bracing my foot. I'm going to brace against Show so that both of us are bracing each other. And I'm just going to keep my hands on it, even though they're no longer burning. I know I can't do strength at this point because that would be another action.
Problem. Chiquito, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I guess Chiquito is gonna Chiquito is gonna turn into a rhinoceros.
Of course. Why wouldn't you? And as a rhinoceros, what are you
I'm
doing?
gonna take a few steps back. And I'm gonna charge it, and I'm gonna try to get a running start, and I guess I'm gonna just stand well, everybody's kinda in the way, huh?
I mean, there are a lot of people in the way. That's
Oh.
true.
Yeah.
And you're a big
Either way.
rhinoceros in a tiny hallway.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Here, we're gonna go ahead and move our. Excuse me.
So there's not quite enough room for you to get there, but I'll say you can just kind of pile in and try and get it. You're going for the rhino's charge attack or gore attack, I guess?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that because we already kind of figured out that it's going to be very difficult to just stop it.
And you are the type of druid that you are moon druid?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so bonus action transform, action, gore attack. Go ahead and give me the gore attack.
Gore attack.
And either way, I'll try to position myself in a way where I'm also trying to brace this thing too.
Okay.
So. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Let me get it up. I had it in another web page. Here we go. Okay, gore attack.
Uh-oh.
That's
I'm gonna use a reroll.
not gonna do it. Okay, let's see it.
Uh-oh.
You gotta do it even less. So Chiquito, as you charge in, like everybody's trying to damage, hold back, and anything they can do to get this bone ball, it just keeps spinning up and then eventually starts heading down the hallway. As it does, it is crushing, it is slashing, it is tangling people in it. Let's just go down the list here. Rob Oakes, can I get from you a DC 17 dexterity saving throw, please?
No,
You
but
are.
I can use a reroll.
You could use a reroll.
Should I use it? I'm gonna use it. Oh, this isn't gonna be any better. Yeah.
Okay. Show, could I see a DC 17 dexterity saving throw, please?
I do have advantage because I can see it.
Sure do.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, you smartly got out of the way. Andrin, can I see a DC 17 dexterity saving throw?
Okay, since I can also see it, I also have advantage.
All right, let's see it. Oh. And Chiquito the
Uh-oh.
rhinoceros. Nope.
All failed.
Chiquito the rhinoceros all failed. Okay. As the ball just sort of starts rolling to you, you all basically just get pulled up inside of it, so you're all tumbling with it. You're all basically just held in. It feels like maybe the skeletal hands are actually pulling you in, but maybe not. It's hard to tell. But as you thunder along, you take 17 bludgeoning, 15 slashing,
Oh, jeez. Oh no.
Glad I raged first.
I didn't.
and
That didn't
then
sound like he was done. Okay.
the ball throws you all into
Wait,
this
what?
room. Yaz, you just watch the ball go rolling past with your friend's arms and legs and head sticking out of it. Could
just
I
imagine, like,
have?
in slow motion, just like.
Would each of you please, your choice, strength or dexterity saving throw, DC 17 again to escape from the ball before it slams into the far wall?
Ah, come on.
What was the other choice?
Strength or
Strength.
dexterity?
Oh, I chose the wrong choice. Can I do it again?
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to do that as a reroll.
I'm gonna say you can use your reroll. Oh no, Chiquito.
Okay, wait. Let me use my reroll.
Nope.
Nope. Life is not good.
So those of you who did not manage to leap free, as it hits the far side of the room, it explodes in shrapnel, and you take 28 points of damage
It's down.
if you did not leap free. And you are slammed into the far wall of a rather lovely room. Yaz, as you just watch this explosion of friends and bones happen, you realize the room you're in has the faint smell of incense filling it. Rich tapestries cover the wall. On the south wall, a chute about the size of a teeny tiny child allows sunlight to come into the room, and at the moment it's allowing some moonlight in. The room has a big ball of bones shattered all over it right now, kind of disturbing the rather nice atmosphere. There's a pair of double doors to the north and a single door behind the bone ball remnants and your friend's bloody remains. I think I heard at least one person went unconscious.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Okay. I know
Remember,
there's a bunch of good
Chiquito
berries
is-
scattered about, so
Chiquito needs to come back because that rhino is no more.
Rhino is no more. Okay.
Yeah, I will walk over and give Rob a good berry and help people up because I did get out.
So
Yeah,
I'm
the
at
assisting.
1.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to take a healing potion at this point and offer Rob one if you don't have one.
A regular and a greater, but I don't want to take another greater. I would be okay with a short rest and doing some Song of Rest and all of that if we feel we could sit an hour.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with
At
that.
some point, we are going to find a dwarf in here, but we may as well rest and see if it happens here.
Sure.
Potion of healing.
All in favor of short resting? Because I'll start using.
Yeah, let's
hit
do that.
dice.
I am in favor.
Sure.
Alright.
So, as
We have to get through the short rest before we
Oh,
can move.
oh, wait, hang on,
balls.
don't roll it yet. Don't roll it yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Could I have someone in the party volunteer for a fateful D12? A 1 or a 2 would interrupt you before your short rest is complete.
Okay.
A 10 is
Yay.
far and clear.
Yay.
You are able to take the benefits of a short rest as you basically sit very still in the center of the lovely chamber with incense, just not touching anything for a little while. We will, let's see here. We'll probably want to bring it to a close for this evening on that. So give
Really
everybody.
that late?
It's about 11:30 now, but I'm just looking at the next couple of areas that you're getting into. And those will potentially run long with awkward cliffhangers. So I will say let's start to wrap up with your short rest benefits. Please go. Feel free to go ahead and roll those and take your Song of Rest bonuses. Remind folks, everybody, thanks for swinging by with the raid. If you would like to play games with us, feel free to hop into our Discord. The little link just came up there.
Oh.
Shouldn't that be a D8?
Oh, it should be a
Ooh,
D8.
yeah,
now,
get your
shouldn't it?
D8s on.
How do I roll them again?
Click on hit
forward.
dice.
Click
If you-
on hit dice.
In the middle of your character sheet, there's the number of hit dice you have. If you click on the word hit dice, it will roll it.
Ah,
Right
thank
next
you.
to the death saves, yeah.
Thank you. So I just couldn't find the. It wasn't lighting up for hit dice.
I like these rolls.
Yeah. So, as the party heals up, they will be diving further into the complex that contains the Pool of Daedarius. We will have more adventures next week with Tyranny of Dragons. And tomorrow night, I think Alex is doing a Resident Evil, maybe? But check out the
I think
schedule.
we have Out of the Abyss.
Oh, Out of the Abyss. Which is the Out of the Abyss.
Maybe this is the night we're off. I can't remember. One of them we were gonna miss.
So the best thing to possibly do, check the schedule because that'll actually be correct, whereas I'm almost always wrong. But thanks very much for swinging by and joining us. Feel free to hop in the Discord. That's how you can find out and join in the games. And we'll catch you back from there. Thanks, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Right.
Night.